Game over.
Game over, man. Game over. Fuck. What the fuck? Fuck. Hold on. Fuck. Fuck this. Fuck it. How did you so fucking fuck? Fuck. Game over.
Your mouth all glued up with Connie juice. I asked you a question.
Think right now for the food.
Like I can listen to this sort of stuff all day, just a gag.
Fixing my coochie lips.
Go fuck yourself.
I was fixing my coochie lips.
Welcome. It's going to be an interesting show. Slow to start. That's nice. That's totally not helping with things going on here. All right. Awesome. Let's get on the home button. It's going to be very, very difficult to do a show today. We're going to try. I have if you can't tell, bit of a thing going on. So might not be doing any weed smoking today, just with how that is currently progressing. I did get thank you, St. Caesar. I did get my audio board reset, so I think we finally got our phone issue fixed so we can bring the phone back on in the next day or two. And I think I got my audio problem fixed, so now I don't have to literally just ping the top of the board, pushing as hard as the sliders can go, going, come on, just give me a little more oomph. That'll be great. So, Mr. Q on the YouTube chat saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Q. Hey, everybody. Good to see you all. Have a beer. That will make you feel better. St. Caesar, actually, no, that really won't help at all. One, if I have any beer left, it's past date. And two, that's literally going to dry out my vocal cords. I've done shows drinking beer, and let me tell you, no. This is another thing. I don't like beer, especially as a performance-enhancing liquid. It does not help with the wetting the whistle. You know what works good? Booze. I mean, it dries you out the day after. Wrings you out like an old towel. But I'll tell you this, a Jameson and ginger goes down real nice. As for feeling better, I feel relatively fine. The problem is, I almost spilled on myself. The problem is, like I said, I am having an issue with the vocal cords and coughing. So we'll just do what we can. I love it when it's showtime, says Thorn. Well, welcome, Thorn. I, too, enjoy putting on a good show. Oh, the lights are getting bright on me here. I have got to figure out a better lighting setup. Something better than these assholes. Like something maybe on the sides here that just gets a good boom at it. We'll have to look into it, but there's got to be something we can do here because this is getting rough. I need to do something better about that. A little more of a better lighting on me might help. Maybe I should start wearing makeup. That'll go. We'll get all the wrinkles and everything covered. We'll wear makeup. Although this is gonna take a lot. That's gonna take like some putty level shit. Like we gotta fill in a gap. All right. Anyhow, we have a show to do. I'm kind of just letting people filter in. Good to see you on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, all the platforms. Small Egg Picker saying, "Yo, Johnny, good to see you today." Good to see you too, Small Egg Picker. Love having you guys in, doing a show. It helps me get through my day. Let's get over to our creator dashboard here and check out what we've got to chip off of the old doodad from yesterday's craziness. Let's go to the overview. Let's go over here. There we go there. And we did that. Did we already subtract that? I don't think we did. Did we? Where are we at here? Nope, we already subtracted it. All right, so we're down to $20 for our December 12th goal. Tuesday, December 12th, will be when our goal for keeping our show, running kicks back in. And it's at $20. So by the time that date shows up, pretty sure we'll probably have knocked that out. We'll be further down. Great. So then we can focus on doing a show. Good news. All that's done. Hooray, hurrah, hurrah. Alrighty. Thorn, I'm here to help. Great. I'm glad you're here to help, Thorn. It's hard to do it without you. It's okay, Johnny. I have an extra 2 beers for you. You drink for me. That's great. And I guess I'll cough and vomit for you. That doesn't seem like a deal, if I'm honest. That does not, I don't feel like I win in that exchange, but hey, what do I know? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start loading up our stories. We've had a bit of a hectic day, so we don't have the stories loaded up, but we have the show fully prepped, rocked, locked, and ready to roll till 5:30. So we're going to keep you guys company for 3.5 hours. Let's drop the audio here quick. I am here to not help, just for the laugh, says Declassified Crocs, and that's what I love about you. He's here to have a good time. Could that be at the expense of me in the show? Possibly. But he never lied about that. He never lied about it. If I can respect anything, it's an honest asshole. Because I'd like to think maybe I'm one. But, all right, we've got a couple of different things going for our first hour. If you didn't read the description, we're going to be talking about Silence is Golden. All right, so we're going to be talking about child pneumonia cases surging in the Netherlands. And so that'll be fun. And no, it won't, but it will. Then we're also going to be talking about we're going to be talking about a group of Palestinian students that are worried about, we've got Palestinians and we've got Israelis going, we're worried about violent attacks. In America, by the way, not in Israel, where Hamas and the Israeli Defense Force are currently battling it out. Well, I don't know. Are they fighting right now, or is the ceasefire still? I don't know. I don't keep track of this thing. I never got tickets. It wasn't an event I was interested in. But I'm just here. I'm here to just doing that working thing. Well, thank you for being here, Sandy Squatch, longtime supporter of the show. Sandy Squatch. But yes, so we have Israelis and we have Palestinians. I have 2 different stories, one for each side, because I am impartial. And it's just, we're worried about violent attacks. Like, yes, could you guys maybe stop fighting each other? I love how both of these groups of people have a hand in what's going on. Maybe not an actual physical hand, but it's just like, oh, we're the victim. We're so worried about violent reprisals. Like, wait a minute. What? Like the Israel, oh, we're worried about the anti-Semitism. Aren't you guys kind of like, I don't know, blanket carpet bombing the area with indiscriminately, or at least most of the time, relatively indiscriminately? And then Hamas and the Palestinians, oh, we're worried about violent reprisals. Didn't you guys kick off the latest volley with just a mass murder of innocent people at a music concert? I mean, it kind of feel like you're both bad people. Oh, but I love that they're both, we're worried about it's like they're shooting their guns going, victims are, I'm under attack. And it's like, you guys are the ones firing the weapons. It's beautiful. So that's going to be fun. If you can't tell already, there's a level of energy and rant that comes out of me when I talk about, though. One of those curled up claw hands. Oh, no. Like where that's going. We also have a story about a U.S. Air Force Osprey that crashed off of Japan during training. And I made the joke, World War II is back on, because I figured, why not, you know? At this point, nothing's a coincidence. You know what I think that was? Payback. That's what it was. Japan saw the Roger Stone documentary about World War II and how we totally didn't need to nuke Japan, but we kind of wanted to swing our dick in front of Russia, and there was, like, no better way to do it. So we kept, like, playing hardball, and then they kept being like, we want this one thing, and we're like, nah, we won't let you have that one thing. That's the only thing we won't let you have. Like, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that one thing, and we just kept fucking poking them. We're like, nope, better drop that bomb. They won't, quit fighting. And then they're like, fine, we'll give up the one thing. And we felt so bad about all the devastation that we caused that we're like, you know what, how about you keep your emperor? And now, wow. And then we looked over at Russian, and we're like, hey, Stalin, see what we did over there? Shame if it happened over there, right? And then we started the Cold War. So yeah, if Japan watched that movie and thought, or that documentary and thought, oh my God, we really didn't need to. Oh, Earl Harbor. What's Earl Harbor? Let me think about that. Earl Harbor. I do believe them Japs are coming for us. Is that Earl Harbor? I don't know what Earl Harbor is. Ukrainian pilots' steep learning curve. Well, it's a U.S. Air Force Osprey. So if you know more than me, then you know more than me, because I haven't read the story yet. But we'll find out. Is that like mini Pearl Harbor? So you say mini Pearl Harbor, and then I just think of the Bloodhound Gang, because that she's in that. So that is just it's hard to hide an erection when you're dressed like Minnie Pearl. When a lap dance is so much better when the stripper is crying. It's just a good one. It's a tune the piano cat can play. Because if I have anything before I die, it is completely stupid. I want an animatronic piano cat sitting at a keyboard that plays music. Not an actual cat, just an animatronic piano cat. Think it'd be cool. All right. Dude, you're kind of fucked up. I know. Alrighty, so let's get into this first one. Oh, I know what you did. I see what you did there with your stupid shit. There you go. I bet that'll fix it. Ding, dang, doom. Here we go. Child pneumonia cases are surging in the Netherlands as China struggles with mystery pneumonia in schools. Now, I was going to talk about this yesterday. This was I have a desktop-sized Roomba cat. Desktop-sized Roomba cat. So, like, you have a cat that rides the Roomba? Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure. But at any rate, the great song. It is a great song, Toastmaster. I'm losing track. I'm starting to see where Aaron says about that whole eyes in the chat thing. Maybe you should, that's why I always keep my stories and stuff over here, so I don't read your little chats up on the screen right there, because I'm fucking stupid. All right, is a long road to the metaverse. It is, but let's get in on this one. Again, I was going to talk about this, I think, yesterday, and say how, on the one hand, I am very, COVID too, woo. But on the other hand, I am actually dealing with a bout of weird pneumonia flowing through this house. And I've actually maybe have some of it now. But I also have thoughts on that, and we'll get into all that in a bit. Will Johnny lose his YouTube today? Maybe. Because I ain't going to keep my opinion to myself on this one. All right. But at any rate, let's keep going. That is in a bit. I should have moved that to the second hour. If I'm going to risk getting myself struck or something, I should have gone to the second hour. All righty. Let's get into this. So this is the World Health Organization, which again, you know what? We'll save my thoughts after. The World Health Organization makes a unusual public request for data on this mystery pneumonia that is tearing through schools in China and the Netherlands. The Netherlands is experiencing a bizarre uptick in pneumonia cases among children, marking the second country to report an outbreak of this type this week. The Netherlands Institute for Health Services Research, NIVEL, a research institute in Utrecht, around 25 miles south of Amsterdam, because we need to know exactly where it is, reports that 80 of every 100,000 children between ages 5 to 14 came down with pneumonia last week. All right, now if 80 of every 100,000 came down with pneumonia last week, that sounds really hinky. That's way too fast. Where is Bill Gates? Bill Gates is probably doing math right now on how many people he's going to call this time around. These are jokes. These are jokes. Why would you believe me? I'm a cripple who talks out his ass. I mean, not literally. My face does look like a butt, but it is not my ass. That is what we call true facts. All right, so the Netherlands Institute for Health Research. All right, so it's just children suffering pneumonia. We don't have any deaths or anything. COVID-related measures have been gone in the Netherlands for some time, making it unclear what would cause such a spike this year. Don't worry, I've got one for that. And, yep, so that's it. So there's nothing else really important to get to that. We'll move on with that, catch up with the chat. Funding the media to shut the fuck up. I don't think Bill Gates is funding the media to shut the fuck up. Like I said, as someone who is actually coughing, I do think there is like a mystery pneumonia thing going on. But if I can use my little house as a microcosm science experiment, I'd like to lay out for you several interesting facts. I suffer from multiple sclerosis and have a not overactive, but very fucked up immune system. So if my daughter brought it into the house and it went around, I should be the first, right? Like it should have maybe not affect me like it does everyone, but it should be affecting me. Ivy's mom has been suffering from whatever she's had for like a month and a half now, almost 2 months, like a coughing thing, like really difficult thing. And now her grandma has the same thing. Both of them are, let's say they're very up on their medications. I, however, avoid adding unnecessary medications. So it's weird, out of everyone in the house, weakened immune system, didn't get the whole last one to get this. Only getting it at this point because I think I'm hanging out with two very sick people and one kind of sick kid. It's eventually got to get me at that point. That's one of those things where people argue about herd immunity. If everybody's not immune and one person is immune, you can still get it by proximity if you're surrounded by it. Well, like I said, the one thing I'm missing in this equation, the old... And I'm pretty sure the kid didn't get the old... And she really isn't sick. I mean, she has a little bit of a cough. Certainly might be spreading the thing. But that's not trusting the science, Johnny. That's trusting common sense. Rules changed in 2022. They did, Thorne, but you know what? Sticking to mine is keeping me alive, baby. And I believe in what... Your MS problems would be so much worse if you weren't vaxxed, LOL. So wait a minute, Joe Berger, you're saying that my MS problems are what they are right now? Because I've got bad news for you. I got the Johnson & Johnson one off. And apparently that stuff doesn't last, and you got to get them updated. Guess what I never did? Because I never will. Played the game as much as I was going to last time, not doing it again. But, again, like I said, minus 9,000 social credit score. Well, guess what, Small Egg Picker? Joke's on you. I'm already broke. Oh, Joe Burger. Oh, no. Not J&J. The one with traditional medicine that they... Look, here's why I'm not worried about the Johnson & Johnson. They really, really went out of their way to fight having it there. And it's the only one that we've gotten rid of because, well, the side effects could be too harmful and we're worried. We better not let people, you know what? We all just better do the mRNA. Yeah. So I'm not too worried about the J&J. The VA gave me the Pfizer. I am sure the government would not let me get anything bad. Right, Fat Conan? Because if there is anything we've ever learned about the American military, it's that they've never used their soldiers as guinea pigs for injections. Nope. Don't look into that one at all. What are you talking about? All right, so again, the pneumonia cases surging in schools. Kids are always going to get sick. But I really think this is, don't eat scrambled eggs in the military. Wait a minute, what? They're looking at you like a daddy, Fat Conan? I have no idea what we're going on. King of the Hill did a episode about that. Did they? That's effed up. I didn't know King of the Hill did an episode about that. Interesting. But again, like I said, the longer and longer, because of the saltpeter. The longer time goes on past that, the more I feel like either the Johnson & Johnson, A, doesn't do anything, or B, it's maybe somewhat effective. But they didn't want it to get in the way of their mRNA experiment, so they pushed it off. Because, again, for people that'll be like, oh, well, that one's got horrible side effects. I hope you don't suffer from this, from that. Right, because the other one has no side effects at all. Weird how we're still pushing one of them, though. Odd. So, yeah, like I said, and if they said one or the other, which one will you take? I'll tell you, you can take them both up your ass. I ain't taking any more of them. I am not on board with that shit. But this newest outbreak, or whatever you want to call it, nothing about deaths, which makes me think it's, one, I don't think this is all the people like, oh, this is just a fake thing to lock us down, whatever. No. Nobody's dying. But what I do think it is, I think it's your chickens coming home to roost from, playing incubator with your DNA and us locking ourselves down, really fucking with our immune systems. Pretty sure those aren't poultry eggs, brother. Oh, no, are you saying they they harvest them from the women in the military? Where are you getting those ovum from? Oh, man. Because I got to tell you, that's going to take a while to make a meal. Oof. Oh, man. Anyone know why these scrambled eggs taste so beefy? Like a hint of pork. It's strange. Long pig. Oh, no. Okay, so let's... So let's get to Everybody's a Victim. My new favorite part of our first hour today. Halfway through the first hour. Love seeing everyone. Pretty sure those aren't poultry eggs. Reptiles. Oh, no. Look. When push comes to shove, will I eat a gecko egg? Probably. Do I want to? No. Good God. Crocodile eggs, though. Have you ever had scrambled crocodile eggs? Weird. Anyways, moving on. I'm now grossing myself out, and I'm gonna get sick, so we can't do this. Alrighty. 3 young Palestinian men were shot in Vermont. Their families thought the U.S. would be safer. Okay. Oh, but we actually have a story on it. Let's go to this.
docket 23 CR 11672.
This time we waive further formal reading or advisement under Rule 5. We waive the 20.
I gotta. Oh, god damn it! Get your stupid banner thing off of here. The suspect in the shooting of 3 college students of Palestinian descent pled not guilty to 3 counts of attempted murder. So we actually have the suspect shooter. Okay, let's hear a little more.
24-hour rule. Mr. Eaton enters a not guilty plea to all 3 counts. We are also in receipt of the state's motion to hold without bail. This time we'd ask the court to set the matter for
Jason J. Eaton made an appearance. He was ordered to be held without bail.
Next few days, if counsel is ready at that time. Sometimes it takes a while to prepare.
They were shot and injured. All right, so none of them were killed. Good. 3 students were shot and injured while walking near the University of Vermont campus Saturday.
Hearing in the near future. You were all set for today.
The attack is being investigated as a possible hate crime. So what, he just knew they were Palestinian? I gotta say, is he Jewish? How is it a possible hate crime? Could he, I hate to say this, couldn't he just be nuts? We have plenty of those. We have plenty of nuts people. Thank you, Small Egg Picker, for farting in here. He asked for ID and then shot them. I love how we have become so childish in this country that we've come down to color swatches. No, if you attack one that's not the same shade as you, that's a special kind of attack because you clearly don't like that one. No. I only attack the people I love. I love them with violent anger.
Sir, thank you.
And although we do not yet have evidence to support a hate crime enhancement, I do want to be clear that there is no question this was a hateful act.
Because when most people are shot, again, it was done with love. You know, like when Dick Cheney shot a man in the face. He did it with love. He did it with love. And that's why that man owed Dick Cheney an apology for, again, getting shot in the face. Dick Cheney, proving that Satan's been in the political world for quite some time. After all, that Sith Lord is still amongst us. All the people like, oh, Johnny, you're a Republican. No, I hate Joe Biden. I hate the Cheneys. Not a big fan of the Clintons. Kind of losing all my respect for the Obama administration as time washes it off slowly. I gotta say, even though I have had a lifelong dislike of Trump, I got no real qualms. Did he make some stupid posts? Yeah. Did I make fun of him while he was in office? Oh, hell yeah. Did I have fun with the stupid news stories? Yeah, I did. It was in general just a more jovial time. So whatever. I guess, fuck me with a fiberglass pole. I don't know. All right, let's get back to this. Again, hate crime. It's a hate crime. We hate these people because, again, that's what you do when you...
This case remains the top priority.
Oh, me. Really? Mayor Miro Weinberg, you're really worried about this case remains the top priority? Unfortunately, we just, no suspects, no clues, no evidence. Didn't we just arrest the suspect? No, but we're not sure he did it. Anything could be out there. Again, we think it might be a radical Hamas group. Dude, they attacked Palestinians. Yeah, if you don't know this, Hamas doesn't really give a shit about Palestinians. Oh, my God. How did we not see that he's biased?
The Burlington Police Department. The investigation will continue, as will our collaboration with state and federal partners, to give our prosecutors the strongest case possible and to ensure that Mr. Eaton is held fully accountable for his actions.
Now I wonder if Mr. Eden isn't a fall guy. All right. So let's pause this. If you're in college, who wants to go to an 8-year-old's birthday party? But these 3 guys did, said Rich Pierce, who hosted his nephew and 2 friends for the long weekend. Hisham Otwari and Kanani, I can't read your names and I don't want to butcher them. All age 20. Were out for a walk Saturday after the party from Price's twin sons when a man approached them, shooting them without saying a word. He left them seriously injured and shattered their families' sense that they would be safer in the U.S. than in the war-torn region where they grew up. So again, we have a story that we're pitching as a hate crime because, oh my God, they're Palestinians and they got attacked. It sounds like 3 dudes encountered a random psycho who shot 3 people, and then, you know what he could have been doing? Attacking anyone who's a different shade because he's all about immigrants. This weird, like, oh, it's a hate crime. It's a hate crime. Well, yeah, again, other side of the coin, because we're all about fairness. Is this the one that we were talking about? Is this a video? This does not feel like... Did you skip forward on me again? Nope, I guess not. Here we go. A Republican doubles down on Israel support after protesters vandalize office. Quote, not going to change. Anti-Israel protesters...
Boston, 1773. One of the most...
Anti-Israel protesters smeared fake blood and plastered "Murdered by Israel" posters on Valdo's office. No, I think you forgot. All the people at the music festival were killed by Hamas. Oh, my God. All right, California, Valdo. Oh, so this is that. Let's go through this and watch a story because I don't want to read. I butcher names and I get shit wrong, so let's just play it. Play it,
The
Sam.
office of California Congressman David Valadao vandalized by anti-Israel activists. The congressman sharing these photos of the building smeared in fake blood. Protesters also leaving posters all over the building showing people's faces with the message, "Murdered by Israel."
Remember, now, it's only Israel that's doing the killing. We don't have a group of people violently murdering Israelis and using babies as human shields. It's only the Israelis that are doing... This is the part I can't stand. How fucking high up your own ass do you have to be to put a sign up that says "Murdered by Israel"? Do you remember what this whole thing recently that's happening now started over? The, I guess we're up to 1,200 people murdered by Hamas at a music concert, you know, because they were being horrible colonizers enjoying a time. Again, it's just the hypocrisy hurts. Why can't we just get along? Because Fat Conan, their invisible man says they're right, so everyone else is wrong. All about fairness. Unless you're white, then you can just suck it. No, Fat Conan, I will never suck it. I am not gay. I am a man who enjoys the clam. You know what I am, Fat Conan? I'm a man who just simply needs... Let's practice this. I simply need to be...
I was fixing my coochie lips.
I've been playing with my Rodecaster, so now I got extra banks.
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
I'm a homo.
It's just fun. Anyways, the next time the kid comes down, we got to be real careful about which audio buttons she gets access to. Alrighty, so you have coochie lips. Yeah, they're my balls, but I like to pretend. So again, I don't get you guys, man. How do you swallow? Like, I get living in a bubble. I get having beliefs. How do you swallow all of that just blah, 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 down and put up things like "Murdered by Israel"? I'm not saying that those people weren't. I'm just saying that there's also a bunch of Israelis murdered by Hamas. This is, again, two sides fighting and both of them acting like, oh, my God, we're such victims. Bang, bang, bang. We're such victims. Bang. LabGlass says 12,000 in a day versus 20,000 in 20 days. Well, if you boil that down, LabGlass, then it's actually pretty equal because it's about 1,000 a day on both sides. The difference is one side did a big boom and then didn't really get to keep going. Again, I'm not saying, and I don't know if you're saying this or not, I'm not saying either side is good. Again, just saying murdered by Israel. Well, you understand Israel's latest bout of murders came about because because Palestinians supporting Hamas started murdering people too. It's, again, there are no good guys. It's almost like we should kick everybody out of that area and just get rid of all of the religious monuments and buildings, and your invisible man gets to live in your head. You can follow the rules. You can still have the religion, but we can't let you have a physical place to tie you to your God because it gives you permission to do crazy shit. That's all I'm saying. All right. Yeah, let's get back to this.
And California Congressman David Valadao joins me now. Sir, what was your reaction when you saw the vandalism?
Well, obviously anger and disappointment, frustration. I mean, a lot of different feelings about the whole situation.
To those that don't know, and they hear, oh, you're a congressman from California, I think a lot of people think Hollywood, you know? They don't realize this is the Central Valley. This is literally dairy farms and cattle ranches.
Yes, but California is controlled by pretty much Hollywood. And we all kind of, because you're not supposed to, because if you say, like, they have, I can't even, because if you say that, it's almost like you're not allowed to say that. They attacked my internet. See, Phil, they're fucking with my router. I'm with you, Phil. They're fucking with my router.
The office of California Congressman David Valadao.
Yeah. Fuck.
Just had about affirming Israel's right to exist, for example.
Well, I think in situations like mine, making sure the world knows what's going on and what these people are out there trying to push, talking about it, getting the message out, being vocal on the situation, and making sure that we continue to fight for what's right here.
Again, as Labglass pointed out, so murdering 20,000 people is right? And to those of you that are going, well, they shouldn't be killing all those people. Right, because if they weren't fighting Hamas, and I'm not saying they're doing it the right way or anything, I'm saying if they weren't fighting, I'm sure Hamas would just stop killing the Israelis. I'm sure they would. They started with a mass killing thing, but I'm sure that was the only one they had to get it out of their system. You both suck. And that's my problem. It doesn't matter what side you're defending. You both suck.
What was the response from your constituents?
You know, I actually got a lot of text messages, a lot of calls, a lot of people really frustrated, people saying they supported me and wanted me to continue to be vocal and supportive of Israel. So it was actually...
Yes, but what were those last people's names?
Is your mouth all glued up with Connie juice? I asked you a question.
You want to give us some names? How about some just one or two last names? No first names, one or two last names. A physical description. Now, you said they run dairy farms. Do you mean they run the farms like they work the land, or they run the farms like they own all of them? I guess is the question I'm asking. Because again, I'm sorry. If you have a side in this and you're vested in it, I don't agree with you. I don't. That's where I'm at.
A positive response from constituents.
Fuck off.
And what I find fascinating about an area like this is your district, and I know the answer to this, but is your district heavily Jewish?
No, it's not.
Right. Exactly, and that just shows.
Right, but what about the people who own it? What about the people who fund you? Is your district fully informed? Do they know things like the information? Agreed, Johnny. Though one side gets $3 billion a year from the U.S. You're right, Labglass. One side does get $3 billion a year from the U.S. The other side just gets all the weapons and stuff that we leave in the Middle East and send to Ukraine for Ukraine to sell to them. So again, we've armed both sides, as far as I'm concerned. Neutral. Soros, fat coated Soros. What? No, I don't think Soros is on that one. But again, it's just like I said, the people defending Israel, They're just like, oh, well, they have a right to exist. Do they? They have a right to live. But does the country need to exist? Do we need to have that? They can't do it peacefully. Neither can the Palestinians, apparently. Apparently, if you let the Israelis do what they do, they're just going to kind of muscle out the Palestinians. And if you let the Palestinians do what they do, they're going to eventually kind of start murdering the Israelis. And if the Palestinians attack the Israelis go, oh, we're victims, we're attacked, murder them all. Like, again, it's bad on both sides. It's literally a situation where, like, the only way this works is to separate the children. Separate the children and go, you know what? You guys cannot behave with this toy. It drives you nuts. You got to take away the toy.
How so many people of a non-Jewish faith are uniting behind Israel in this fight, and yet...
Well, if you do this thing like I was doing earlier where you pitch a side, it's really, really easy to get people to agree with you if that's all they hear. See, like, if we only did the other story about the Palestinians being attacked and blah, 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 and we didn't cover this, we could be like, hey, it's all one side. Israel is really the aggressor here, but it's easy if you only give them one side. Make it an Amazon warehouse. There we go. Make it a fulfillment center. They paved over paradise and put up an Amazon Prime. Sounds like a plan.
You have so many other people, including many Jewish people, who are just so myopically focused on Democrat leftist policies that they're ignoring the...
See, but you're so focused on your Republican conservative policies or whatever that you're ignoring the part where Israel is literally doing a lot more damage. Again, it's this thing where Hamas does a dog shit thing and Israel considers it a blank check. Oh my God, that's a good analogy. Hamas does a dog shit thing and Israel considers it a blank check. Calling Judaism a religious faith seems a little out there. Judaism is a religious faith? No. Judaism, like the Jewish faith, predates Christian faith, actually. You sawing Jews like blank checks. What? No idea what we're talking about, Fat Conan. Like I said, the Hamas people do a dog shit thing, and Israel takes it as a blank check to do dog shit. You saying Jews like blank checks. Oh, am I saying Jews like blank checks? No, I said it was just a funny analogy to say Israel takes it like a blank check. Like, just like, oh, well, we'll just fill this out for whatever we want to do. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's fucking funny that they do that. It's also dog shit that they kind of muscle out the Palestinians. Again, we come all the way back to if you guys could just let your religion part go and maybe learn to live together. But it's really hard for you guys to live together when you believe that those people are horribly violating your religion and those people believe your religion is horrible and archaic because this is... Again, if we take the religious part out, what happens? That's all I'm asking. All right. I think we're going to be moving on here in a minute.
Plight of the Israeli people. It makes no sense, Congressman.
No, again, it makes total sense if you consider the people and you wash away the religious part. Israel is really kind of beating the shit out of the Palestinians. Many of them had nothing to do with the attacks or with Hamas, whether they support it or not. Hamas did kind of start this recent bout of attacks with that thing that they did on October 7th. So it's, again, just both sides, man. Starting to wonder if we fought the wrong side in World War II. Oh, rusty grammar. Dear God. Fat Conan saying, I hate hummus. I love hummus. Red pepper hummus. The chickpea paste known as hummus, served as a traditional entree in many meals, as well as an excellent hors d'oeuvre if you want to enjoy a good charcuterie board. I love that word. All right, let's drop this fucking thing out. Do we have anything
No, you're
left on?
absolutely right. It is. It's one that I think baffled a lot of us.
Quickly, your message to those that did this.
Well, one, it's not going to change my position. We're going to continue to be as supportive of Israel as we possibly can. We want to make sure that they help, that they eliminate Hamas from the region.
So what you're saying is, yeah, we killed a bunch of people. We're going to kill more. Like, again, do you not see how that doesn't make you look good, buddy? It doesn't make you look good. Because there are no good sides in this. Which is why I wish we wouldn't be funding and helping either. But, Lab Glass, Mr. Enthusiasm. Hit the talking points, puppet. Okay, Rhino. Wow, Rusty Grammar. I'm going to wipe that one off just because I don't want to stare at it on the screen. I don't know. Was he talking about me? I don't know. I live in an area where there's a bunch of farms and ranches, and I have to put up with what does that say? I hate this little emoji thing. Can I get that off of the screen? Can I remove it? Oh. Anyways, fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck all those things. Like I said, it does. My problem is when you pick a side, it's really easy to point out how that side is dog shit because both of them are. Fighting the coughing thing is getting difficult, and I have to clear the pipes. All right, moving on. We've got, let's check this out. Holy shit. We're almost through the first hour. Love seeing everybody on the Twitch, the Rumble, the YouTube. Great seeing the numbers we've got today, like having that. We do have a couple more stories to get through, and then Johnny is spreading COVID 2024. Actually, with the way that this is going, I'm probably going to be texting Aaron and being like, hey, man, so you know how next week you want me to do 3 shows, and then the week after that you want me to do a show? And you know the back end of those 4 shows are going to be me doing them from here, doing your program. Right. Do you mind if I remote the first 2 because I don't want to get you sick before your vacation? It just seems like it'd be a really dog shit thing to do. Probably firing that text off today. DSP got caught jacking it again. I heard something about him. What? I was making a joke about DSP earlier, I think. I don't think he got caught jerking it again. I'm pretty sure if that was true, Sane Caesar would let us know. He keeps pretty what we call it, hot tabs or accurate. He keeps up to date. Fat Conan, what is a DSP? DSP is a online gamer who well, he's a character. Let's see. DSP caught jerking it again. We're just going to Google that. 7 years ago, 5 years. I've got nothing. On DSP jerking off on stream. So I'm guessing, I don't know. He still can't stream, by the way. Greedy Piggy got too greedy. What do you mean he can't stream? If he can't stream, I don't support that at all. I do not support people getting effed with to the point, because that is messing with his livelihood. A good YouTube channel for DSP re-uploads is duty streams, a small like picker. Right, but that's where I figured that would have come up with something. I have duty streams on my YouTube list. What? Corey Adam is doing Walking with the Walrus, episode 17, Nick Burma. Or Burmia? I don't know. That looks interesting. That's a premiere thing going on. Might have to check that out later. Let's go down here. Keanu C. Thompson. Where's duty streams? This better pay off, or I'm going to be annoyed at how much work I'm putting in on this. I don't see any duty streams with anything new being uploaded. Where the heck is... All right, we'll just search him. I have too many things that I'm following. This is why I can't follow and watch everybody's shows. Just fucking list after list. Primetime with Stein. Who are these podcasts? All right. Comcast police are working to find the detractor messing with his internet. And you know what? Good that they're finding the detractor messing with his internet. DSP needs help. I've got nothing on him jerking off. And I will say this. The guy can be kind of annoying and can be a piece of shit. But fucking with his internet ain't cool. Those router names were too funny. Yeah, Saint Caesar, the names are funny. The names are funny. But the guy is trying to do a show online. And if you don't like his show, not liking it, whatever. We laughed at the someone attacking your bank account and making you pay your bill. That, again, kind of funny. But preventing him from streaming, preventing him from being able to do his show, I don't know. I don't know that I can support that. Anyways, moving on. Whether or not the guy's a greedy pig or not, I don't. I'm never gonna be like, you know what? That's cool that you won't even let him do his fucking show. That is not funny for anyone, right? It's not. It wouldn't be funny if someone did it to me. I wouldn't like it if someone did it. And like I said, I think Darkside Phil is a piece of shit who, badgers his audience to pay for his shit. But at the end of the day, if his audience wants to support his show, that's their business. I'm not going to sit there and worry about it. And I can laugh at things like calling him a greedy piggy or whatever. Funny is funny, but like attacking the dude's ability to do a show, that's not cool, and I hope they fucking get the guy doing that. I do hope if the guy doing that or girl or whatever is the same person that made him pay the Comcast bill, I don't care about that. That to me isn't really a crime, from the sense that he didn't take your money. He just made you be responsible. But cutting off his ability to make money, not cool. Not cool. At any rate, whatever. Thank you for the update on that. We'll keep an eye on that. So far, not a whole lot to know. We're going to keep going for another 2.5 hours because we're going until 5:30. So thank you for watching on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Let's wrap up our first hour stories. I'm going to talk about this one quick. Richard Branson's Virgin Atlantic, was it last Tuesday? This was on the 28th. So this was posted yesterday. All eyes were on Richard Branson's Virgin Atlantic Tuesday. All right, so it was last Tuesday, as it made history as the first commercial airline in the world. Oh, no, so it was yesterday. The first commercial airline in the world to complete a transatlantic flight on 100% sustainable aviation fuel. Flight 100, a Boeing 787, uses Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines, took off from London's Heathrow Airport around 11:30 a.m. local time Tuesday and landed at New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport by early afternoon. The goal of the non-commercial flight, which means there were no paying customers on board, was to prove that SAF fuel is a safe replacement for fossil-derived jet fuel for long-haul flights, marking a significant milestone in the industry's journey to achieve net zero by 2050. So can we stop hearing from the Stop Oil Now people? Again, how many milestones do we have to achieve to shut these fuckers up? I'm curious, because we're seeing and hearing from them now more than ever. And now we're apparently hearing about a jet plane that flew. Because I'm leaving on a jet plane, as long as it doesn't burn down again. Alrighty. The journey to this point consisted of radical collaboration between several industries for over a year. The airline also had to seek permission from several regulators in order to execute this test flight. It really sounds like this whole thing is not, ready to box and ship right now. Just saying. Alrighty, the journey to this point, blah, blah, blah. Sustainable aviation fuel is already used to power jet engines, but current fuel standards only allow for a 50% blend of sustainable aviation fuel with traditional jet fuel in commercial jet engines. To date, sustainable aviation fuel produced is using a range of sustainable feedstocks like cooking oil is seen as the only viable solution to decarbonize flying until other technologies such as new electric and hydrogen-powered options come into play. Those options are decades away, Virgin said. Right, like I said, it's almost like we're not ready for prime time. We've got a great idea. You know, the recipe is good, but you got to proof the bread before you cook it, right? It needs time to bake, all right? Were there passengers? No, Lab Glass, there were no passengers. Sustainable fuel is flatulence. What? You mean they're powering these flights on farts? So does that mean if I eat like a heavy dairy meal, I can just like hook my ass up to the jet and lower my fee? Like I can just, you know, pay by pumping it out, you know? Like every toot is like $1. What would we do? Like a buck a boom? Burp. How about $5? A fiver a fart. Five a fart. $5. $5. $5. I'm going to do that for the rest of the show. If they play a fart, I'm just go, $5. I need to get that cash register cha-ching noise. $5. Cha-ching. Aaron could bread and queso meal. $5. Could do it. Flatulence equals CH3 equals methane equals natural gas. I mean, so many words for fart. $5. Now, we're going to have to see how long this bit goes. Am I going to be able to keep... I shouldn't have made this promise. I got to keep this going for another... For another what? 2.5 hours? We'll see. All right, so the only people on the plane were the flight staff and I guess Richard Branson himself and maybe a few supporters. They posted a picture to Twitter because X sounds stupid. No offense, Musk, but you pulled a Disney. Like, hey, we're going to buy Twitter. All right, take control of it, make it lame and gay. Call it X. All right, so here we go. This was, speaking of lame and gay, this was, I guess, the test flight crew, men and women of the air, and then I'm guessing Branson, wife and friend, or Branson, and Eiffel Tower midsection. I don't know. I have no idea. Who knows? Maybe they were all stooping each other. I noticed I don't see the pilots. The pilots did not want to be associated with this picture. Bottle up them cow farts, AOC. Oh, do we have a good story about AOC in the second hour that we really need to get to? Thank you for reminding me about that. We can't sit on this much longer. We've got a good AOC story. Oh boy, is that fun. And I'm going to have fun with that. This is kind of settling down a little bit. I think we might be all right. All right, so we're going to keep on going for another 2.5 hours. So they have no idea if it will make it with the weight. Well, I mean, in theory, Lab Glass, you're kind of right. They have no idea if it'll make it with the weight. However, since they're already using 50% fuel blend sustainable fuel mix, I kind of feel like the weight factor would come down a lot more to the engine's output power if it didn't have the output power to like get in the air and have if they had troubles doing the empty flight, then yeah, I think with weight might be an issue. Am I going to be the first one to jump up? $5. Am I going to be the first one to jump? I missed the other one. $5, by the way. So that's $10. This doesn't count towards anything. I'm just going to say $5. Unless you put in money, then on actual $5. That wouldn't be bad. How about I start charging $5 a fart? Well, then you really have to, and then we're just working towards shitting our pants. What are we, children? This is a grown adult show for grown adult people. So let's get over to this really, really quickly. We have a segment that's been getting around. BLM Rhode Island co-founder endorses Trump and slams Democrats, saying, quote, "We're not stupid." One, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And here's why. You've been voting Democrat this whole time. The subtle bigotry of low expectations has not been anything to deter you until right now with this latest bout of economic suckfest that we're all enduring. and places that are $5, and places that are filled with people of color happen to be suffering more with the immigrant stuff. So again, I feel like being like, hey, we're not stupid, but you have been blindly voting Democrat this whole time. Not the smartest move, by and large. Not everybody. But at any rate, again, I'm speaking by and large. There's so much gas in the atmosphere, we'll have all the renewables we need right here. Maybe, but how is the, like I said, it's not that we don't have the options. It's not even that we don't have the technology. It's that the technology isn't at a place where it can produce to a level that we need. It's not like I said, it's not ready for prime time. It's not ready for prime time. It just needs a little time. We need to proof the bread, people. We need to proof the bread. All right. Let's keep going. Again, having a great time. We're going to be rocking this show for another 2.5 hours. We might have to do something about the sound drops thing. I don't know. That maybe it's getting excessive. We might have to up the channel points things because it's just cracking off way too much. Anyways, I did ask for this myself, though, so fair amount of that. Alrighty, BLM Rhode Island co-founder. New Black Lives Matter Rhode Island $5. Co-founder Mark Fisher is supporting Donald Trump for the 2024 election because Democrats are not for us. All right, let's that was louder. I forgot I fixed the board. Ow. All right, let's go to this and let's just I'm going to drop the bit just because I know I can't do stories and do that. And I think I am going to up the channel points price on those things just cuz it gets interruptible. It gets a little. Let's and like I said, you did this to yourself, Johnny, dumbass. Alrighty, let's pull this up here. This interview is very, very funny. I love that we have to in this day and age, we have to have a black man even on Fox.
Fuck off.
Maybe later. We have to have a black man on Fox do this interview because if it was a white guy, he might be racist. You know, we can't have any issues. We got to have like children. We can't just talk like people. All right, but again, BLM leader. So no horrible slant here. Remember we pulled out the swatches. It all checks out.
Black Lives Matter Rhode Island, Mark Fisher. Mark, thanks so much for joining the program. This is my favorite story of the day because it identifies with what I've seen in the barbershop. All the brothers, for some reason right now, are turning tides right now. And
Did he really just pull a... I'm glad we're talking about this because this is what I've seen with all the brothers at the barbershop. When we hang out at the barbershop on Friday in our Nikes. I mean, seriously, is everybody on every spectrum of the news media just a soulless, vapid puppet that goes, how about words that make me sound relatable? I like rap music. What's up, dog? Like, again, am I wrong or did that sound so fake? Like, I agree with the message thing, whatever. I want to hear what this guy has to say. But this, at the brothers at the barber shop. Right, because that's what you do all day. You hang out with the brothers at the barber shop.
this is my favorite story of the day because it identifies with what I've seen in the barbershop. All the brothers, for some reason right now, are turning tides right now. And I just wonder, what is the big reason?
I think personally it's the duplicity of the Democrats, the hypocrisy. We're not stupid. The brothers are not stupid.
Again, I'm not speaking for you specifically or black people like as a whole, but I will say you've been blindly voting Democrat by and large up until now. And I'm sorry, but we're all suffering. They've been fucking you over this whole time, and they've been fucking all of us over this whole time. So the fact that, like, you finally woke up when it got this bad, Fat Conan, all the brothers at KFC. Yeah, you know, I'm really glad to be talking about this story because when I hang out with the brothers at the barber shop or the Popeyes chicken, I'm sorry, I don't trust the news media when they make these blanket, hey, word fodder that just makes me relatable. Really? Maybe he does hang out at the barber shop and he has a bunch of friends. But again, the idea that they suddenly started really fucking with you now? No. It's been this whole time. You woke up to it finally. Congratulations. But don't be like, hey man, we're not stupid. Well, you've been buying the shit sandwich pretty heavily for the last few years. So I mean,
we understand when someone's for us and when someone is not. And it's obvious that the Democratic Party is not for us.
Yeah, I keep...
Their policies actually strike at the heart of the black family and the nuclear family.
Yeah, and they've been doing this. Again, I agree with everything. This is one of these weird ones. Cleveland Brown looking rough. Oh, small egg picker. This is one of these things where I agree with everything he's saying, but here's where I have a problem, my man, if I may call you my man. Scumbaggery. Riding dirty llama. They've been doing this to you and everybody else for a while. No offense. Is it a new level of shit sandwich in this latest administration? Absolutely. But nothing they're doing is new. They've been attacking the heart of the black community for a long time by insisting that, you guys shouldn't be held to the same standards as the rest of society because that's racist. We can't talk about crime in black communities because that's racist. We can only talk about crime in black communities if white people instigate it. They've been doing that for a long time. They've been pushing a lot of ideals and policies. They've been pushing lowering test scores because apparently black people can't learn. Again, the subtle bigotry of low expectations has been their bread and butter for decades. You woke up and stopped eating the biscuit and you're like, hey man, we're not dumb. And a lot of what they're doing is, yeah, but then why have you been supporting it this whole time?
So, you were a part of Black Lives Matter. You founded it there. And now you're saying, you're not saying the entire Republican Party. You're saying Donald Trump. So what is it about Donald Trump? Is it the economics? You noted the black family.
Look, I've been bagging on the Democrats, but if there's one thing that the black community does know, it's that the Republicans don't give a shit about them either. All right? They are really, I'm sorry, you're between a rock and the hard place, and the hard place is called America, because unfortunately neither political party really has a vested interest in you. Republicans don't care because you by and large don't have a large amount of wealth. Democrats want to keep you dumb, poor, and ignorant because they feel like if they can keep you subservient, they can keep you in control. Again, who were the original parties in favor of slavery again? No, I mean like back during, not today. I'm not saying let's just draw an extrapolation from then to now. But I'm just saying if we wanted to like do the whole yarn trail thing, like if you follow the political parties we have today and you go back to Civil War America, which party was the one that's like, hey, we got to keep for the econ? Really? Kind of weird how they're still kind of doing it. Odd. Thorne, shh. What do you mean? Prank caller. Yeah. Sounds like equality. Again, it's really, really weird that the party that evolved from the original party of slavery and segregation is the party that by and large believes black people can't be held to the same standards as the rest of society because they're, again, too dumb and incapable to control their habits and behaviors. So we just have to keep them complicit and subservient. If we give them... can the Republicans just start calling it out? Be like, why don't you start asking for them to have 3 squares and pick your cotton? But this is why we don't have good comedians in the Republican Party. Because that kind of shit would be a thing. All right, let's just go with this.
Family, what is it going to take for him to shore up this support amongst black voters?
Well, I just think that it's going to take information. A lot of people are misinformed. They don't really understand because they don't educate themselves on Donald Trump as a person and his history. But if they do that, and it's going to.
That's everybody. It doesn't matter about their skin color or their gender. That's American society, dude. We covered a story yesterday where there was one lady, I don't pay attention to politics and I don't get involved with all of that because it's too draining, but I can't afford to live today and I don't. Why is it so hard? It's really, really hard because people like you blindly vote for groups based on their feels and very little actual information. Just saying. That's why it's hard. The other reason it's hard is because I've been chubbing for an hour, baby, and it's something about you crying that I'm like, hey. Oh.
It's going to take, leaders, educated leaders, getting the word out there. I think that it'll happen on its own, and it'll be organic because, personally, I love the man. I mean, how could you not like, if a real man, how could you not relate to someone like that?
Yeah, he watches every morning, so I'm sure he's cheering as you're saying this. We looked at some of the.
I really love the Black Lives Matter guy from Long Island. He's a good guy. He supports me. We're going to drain the swamp. We're going to take over Washington very bigly with the largest black support any president's ever had. Not even Barack Obama will secure as much. I know it's a horrible Trump. I suck at Trump. So BLM now supports Trump. What a timeline. Well, not necessarily BLM. What we have, Small egg picker, blacks for Trump were a thing way before him. Yes, they were. Blacks for Trump were a thing way before him. But blacks for Trump are also something that the news media doesn't want to acknowledge. Again, I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I don't care for the guy. I think he's kind of a piece of shit. I don't like the stuff he does not own up to and things like that. But I will say this, in terms of political leaders we've had, he might be a piece of shit. I actually am still very, very firm on that belief. But I'll say this, that piece of shit doesn't give a fuck about me and lets me go about my business. And I'm allowed to succeed and even thrive because of that. Whereas the piece of shit we currently have in office seems to be hell-bent on making me pay for shit I don't want to buy. Weird. And again, the irony for me is tickling me balls that you guys really, by the way, fine haircut, looks good. Are we talking about me? I didn't get a haircut recently. In fact, the hair's been doing that thing you do. I'm super stuck on music today. I don't know why. I do know why. I have a music fetish. I can't stop enjoying and playing and listening to music. So that's a thing. Yep. Well. It's, thank you. It's doing its thing. It's doing its own thing. I've decided I need to stop hugging my camera. I'm going to start trying to maybe do the show, and I got to get better lighting behind me for this, but I'm going to start trying to do the show maybe more from here. I get more room to reach. Ooh, I can do stuff. We get really high up. I can do exercises this way. This is a better way. Let's do it like this. More angle. And I got to fix the lighting thing. So, hey guys, we're learning. One thing I definitely need to do if we do that, I got to figure out a new setup for this. But, hey, we're learning, and we'll get it figured. More egg chairs, says Fat Conan. The egg chair takes so much damn work to roll into frame that at this point, bringing the egg chair back means putting stuff up on the walls, and I want to change the foam on the inside because, yeah, white foam isn't a good choice if you smoke. And my cats rub their fur on the bottom, so it gets gross looking. And no amount of cleaner fixes that. So I'm going to probably have to figure out a different foam setup. But yeah, I could probably bring the egg chair back. But bringing the egg chair back will require, like I said, literally will require me having to get stuff up on the walls because we can't do the green screen. The egg chair and the green screen, it's too much shit in the way. And if we're doing the egg chair, I literally need to roll the green screen. Well, not roll, but roll up the green screen, pick it up, get it out of the way, and just be able to slide the chair in and out. And then that's that. But we'll see. We'll see if we can pull that off. But that's going to take some time. Let's get to this.
Polls for Trump over Biden in the battleground states. In 2020, it was 8%. Now in 2023, he has 22%. And that's just not black men. So,
no. Again, that's everybody, which is why Biden is a losing ticket in general. But this time around, stealing the election won't be so easy. And did they steal it before? Maybe. But if they didn't before, they certainly can't now. And if they did before, it's going to be really hard to go, yeah, everyone just went to bed and all the other supporters came out in the middle of the night while you were asleep. Everyone voted for Joe and his lead grew deep. And then we woke up the next morning saying, where did Trump go? And then Joe came in. And everything broke in the middle of the night.
The election is right around the corner. If you had the opportunity to talk to the former president, I'm sure he's watching right now, what would you tell him?
Call me on my cell phone, man. I'll stop for Trump.
Mark, I'm fascinated by you. Why did you end up leaving Black Lives Matter? Or are you still affiliated with it?
I'm fascinated by you.
No, I'm still
I'd like to take you out for dinner.
All day. Because the thing about it is my message that I preach and that I tout is unity. It's a message of unity. It's unity driven. I want to bring together all the marginalized groups from the margins and bring them to the center because we're stronger together as a one nation under indivisible under God.
Yeah, but
Mark Fisher, I think all Americans.
You realize that you have to include the white people in that group too, because again, if you take all of the little marginalized groups and you just go, we need to come together because we're stronger as a group, right? But if you don't include the white people in the group too, then the white people are going to feel like that group is out to get me, just because humans are incredibly territorial. Look over in the Middle East, see something going on, One nation under God. Right, because God has never done anything bad. And people have, or more accurately, I misspoke. People have never used God as an excuse to do anything bad. Do not look at the Middle East, 9/11, Russia, Nazi Germany, the Crusades, the Muslim attacks before the Crusades, humanity's entire existence.
Can go with a message of unity. We thank you so much for coming on the program. I hope you'll come back and check in with us.
I appreciate you. Keep up the good work, Lawrence.
You got it, brother.
All right. Well, good for them. When did this happen? Well, this night. Will this night happen? Don't know. Santa and the reindeer stole the votes away. Well, I hope not, because don't we vote in November? How does Santa have that much control? That's not good. All right, let's pop over to there, and there we go. Done with that. So again, now Biden is losing the he's losing the black vote, which is why I think really the Democrats have got to start being like, look, Grandpa just can't hold it down. All right, Santa is a Freemason. Santa is a Fed. Santa's a goddamn Fed, all right? I've been in the CIA basements. I've seen the vaults. I've met Santa Claus. He's out there. He's getting in your homes, and he's putting them. He's putting the delusions of changing your child's gender. He's putting the drugs in the water, and it's making the kids gay. And I won't stand for it. We're gonna fight this tooth and nail. 1776 will commence again. God is my witness. I'm sorry. I'm a Christian. I apologize. I'm a man of peace. I'm sorry. Am 42, not 71. What? I don't know. I don't know. At any rate, let's get on that. Again, if that guy means let's just bring everybody together and kind of have the people work against this government that's been fucking them over for decades, I'm all for that. I'll stand next to a black guy, a gay guy, whoever. I don't care about your shade or your orientation if it means we're on the same side but these fuckers are screwing us over. And I don't believe it's because they're making the rich get away with murder not paying their fair share. I think it's because they can't control a fucking budget, and they're robbing us blind. All right. Okay. U.S. Air Force Osprey crashes off of Japan during training, killing at least one of the 8 on board. It's a super short story. Do we even really want to talk about it? Yeah, I don't think we want to. We're halfway through the second hour. Let's move on. Was Santa married? He was married. But that's the thing. We don't know. Was Mrs. Claus always Mrs. Claus? Or did Mrs. Claus just leave her dick out in the cold and it broke off? I could buy either way at this point. Because the world is crumbling around us. We're going to go for, again, another 2 hours. Thank you for being part of the show. We love having all of you here on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Really happy to have the numbers we've got today. Thank you for being part of the show. Everything you kick in on the direct PayPal stuff and the Twitch just kicks the goal down the fence. Everything that comes into Rumble builds up to 50 and then just banks out a day when that happens. So thank you for supporting the show. All right, let's get our second hour stories up. For our second hour, I'm going to have to drop the audio down here. As promised, we're going to be talking about AOC, as she has really, she's done this a lot for her career. So if you didn't know this, this is the latest development in AOC sticking her foot in her mouth because, believe it or not, a New York bartender is not the most intelligent person in the room. Sure, they can make one hell of a highball, but they cannot... they can sling a decent sidecar, but they cannot be someone you rely on in every situation because they might just say something stupid. Let's, I don't care about gross human rights abuse in Gaza. So F that one right in the doo-doo hole. The New York Post editorial board ripped Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a Democrat from New York, after she complained that New York City was too expensive for working class people. It's so funny and it also hurts at the same time. Ma'am, you're an elected official. How are you this dumb? Look at that big, juicy bottle. New York Post rules. This is pretty funny. I don't know what this is, small egg picker. I'll click it quick. Yeah, reject all. This is a FDA thing from the Daily Mail about a cancer therapy that may itself cause cancer. That's so many things. Thank you for that. I don't know why you threw that at us. We'll keep it up there. Maybe we'll get to it. No promises, small egg picker. And her policies help make it that way. Yes, Fat Conan, that's the part we're going to get to with this story. That's why she's kind of catching flack for her statement about New York not being affordable for working class Americans. Because, again, you've made it that way. So the board agreed that the lawmaker was right, but pointed the blame at her for pushing the vast policies that have made the city too expensive. The editorial published Tuesday began by stating, "For once, AOC is right. They can't afford to live here anymore," she said Monday of working class Gothamites. The thing is, it's the policies that she and her progressive allies want more of that have made the city so expensive. So again, I love that she just, look guys, this is not acceptable. This city is too expensive. People can't afford to live here. And the things that made it that way, we need more of. Of course, the lady who doesn't want to pay a dime for stuff herself and thinks the government should bail out her family doesn't understand how her policies made the city the way it is. But I do love that they titled their editorial, "For Once AOC is Right." It's so memeable. Fed's own room. FDA being FDA, nothing new. Yeah. I'm like I said, maybe we'll get to that. I really wish I had a video of this more than just talking about it. Ocasio-Cortez made comments during a town hall meeting this week, arguing that it wasn't the rich, who were feeling the heat of expense, but working class people. No, the rich are feeling it too. I hate this idea that just because you have money, you don't realize shit's more expensive. Just because you can afford to pay for shit being more expensive doesn't mean you're not feeling it. Oh, you're feeling it. Does it mean you can survive it? Yeah. I mean, it's Democrats' own room. Oh, so you rich? For sure. So what you're saying, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is you're not feeling it? Because I hate to point this out, but compared to the rest of us, bitch, you rich. The people who are moving out of the city are not, by and large, the wealthiest people. No, they're some of the middle class and lower poor people, and there's a whole lot of immigrants moving in that are the poorest people. And we've got a story about the shit you guys are doing to regular citizens for them. Again, your policies, AOC, your policies. The editorial ripped AOC's sympathy for the working class, blaming her and her political allies for pushing policies that have caused the current crisis, like pushing for allowing immigrants into the country that have inundated New York in particular. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who represents parts of the Bronx and Queens, is, after all, a democratic socialist. Look at what occasioned the digital town hall where... Oh, wait, we do have the digital town hall? Oh, wait, never mind. Digital town hall where she spoke recently announced cuts across city agencies. Why are these needed? To pay for the migrants AOC and her ilk demanded we admit in infinite numbers and housed and fed forever at the cost of more than $12 billion throughout fiscal year 2025, the editorial stated. Exactly. So AOC, again, opening her mouth and just stuffing her foot in it. I don't know how she gets reelected. How do you not just, like, if I actually interviewed AOC today, if you ain't got less than 1,000, or wait, are you, that's a weird decimal point. 1 million is lower middle class. 1 million is not lower middle class. I'm in the poverty bracket, and let me tell you, 100,000 a year would put me in middle class. I wouldn't be doing super duper wealthy, but if I was making 100,000 a year, I mean, maybe. But I don't think that would put me in a millionaire level. I could live very comfortable in my current means. 100K. Yeah, if I was making 100,000 a year. Hey, you want to have a really depressing thing? I'm keeping this house afloat with the help of Ivy's mother, Ivy's grandmother, and myself. I pull in, on average, about 30. I was up to almost 42,000 a year when I started doing a lot of shit with the comedy and stuff. Yeah, that was nice. Or wait, no, not 40. Shit, I'm fucking bad at math. Fuck me, I don't make 20 on that end. I make that on 12. It's 24. So I was coming close to 30. I've made, that's not much. No. I was at my peak making 30,000 a year. I'm down under 24,000 a year. I get paid and make on average now, if I'm lucky, a little over $2,000 a month. A little over that. And I'm going to be paying taxes on half of that money next year. I don't even know how I'm going to survive that. So, again, hello, Johnny. Fancy seeing you here. Hey, Taste Very good to see you, too. If you pay rent, $70K for rent or interest. Yeah, I have a very, you and April should start a union. Me and April's a paid employee. I'm a contractor. Trust me, different all over. All over. At any rate, yeah, no, I don't, I do this on, like Aaron talks about surviving on a shoestring budget. literally, he said to my face, my numbers, my amount, my pay, whatever, he'd kill himself. So let alone if he had the MS. Whatever. All right, moving on. As a result, the city's only track to see. Oh, wow. Yep. So AOC, again, opened her mouth. She stuck her foot in and pretty much broke it off
if you're
in her
feet
mouth.
all day,
and I
well,
couldn't be happier because, again, her policies and the Democrats' policies have been doing this to people. So I hope they fucking vote her out. I better shut up now, says Rabin. Hey, man, I don't know. I don't pay $70K for rent. If you're paying $70,000 a year in rent, that's over $10K a month. Or no, that's not $10K a month. It's 70. Oh, shit. I can't do math. But that is ridiculous. 12 months in a year, so that's still like 5 or 6. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not going to do math. It makes me even dumber. I don't need that. Let's keep going. We've got a good show going for you. We're talking about a bunch of other stuff. Do I want to get into this? Voters in South Carolina feel the black voters in South Carolina feel the Democratic Party has failed them. A strategist warns. Do I really want to bother with this? We've kind of already covered this. This is just more of the same with, again, the minorities kind of realizing that the Democrats are kind of effing them over because they've done it so blatantly this time. Oh, we've got a fun video to get into anyway, so we're going to do that, and I'm going to cough quick. Rich Aquila saying, it is found out my granddaughter, piece $2,000 a month for an apartment. I live out of the cities, and the trailer park, it blew me away. With people pay now to live in the cities or even an apartment here, $1,500 a month. Right, that's one of the reasons I can't move out. I can't afford to. My living situation here works very, very well for all involved financially, because I don't make a lot. Neither does the person I live with, and the two of us put together, again, under 100,000, are barely making enough to make it work for us and our daughter, and that's only because we have the help of our daughter's grandmother constantly in a variety of ways that saves us expenses. Yeah, I'm not middle class. Maybe they were right, and I'm just over-optimistic. All right, let's get into this one. We've got a video. I don't know how I feel about this because it is a video of a man getting attacked by a bunch of women, but I do want, you know what, actually, before I realize this, let's see if we can get it on YouTube. And I'm going to drop the cancer therapy thing. I've been in a weird mood today. I don't know that we want to do more boring stuff. I don't know what you're saying there, Rabin, but I'm going to trust you know what you're saying. Let's get this, and no, I got to go back to YouTube. I want to find, again, these women attacking this dude at a mall. Man sucker punched in a Brooklyn mall. This is a year ago. Months ago. Great. So we have to go to this because we can't trust YouTube's links. All right, let's go to this one. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to click the full size. I wanted in a full size, Daddy. Let's get over here. So again, I don't know where I'm going to land on this because apparently a dude was attacked by a bunch of women at a mall. Thank God for bystanders with cell phones. Now, I feel like by and large, if we're going to say, like, if you grade on a curve, history has shown guys probably owe him one, right? But what sparked this latest tussle is what I want to know. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, they fucking him up. Damn. Wait a minute. Ooh. So is this a... Hold on. And now they're pulling his hair. That's some shit. I'm not going to make any comments about the people in the video. I'm really interested. What sparked this off? So we're all over here. Doesn't look like much of anything. That looks like a bunch of chicks. Oh shit. We've discovered what the source of the situation was. We've gone back and asked them what caused everything to happen. You started. You're saying you didn't start the fight. What were you doing?
I was fixing my coochie lips.
Why was that?
I'm gonna get a rash, a pussy rash.
Well, you should avoid that. Nobody wants a pussy rash.
What the? Trying to yank this out his drawers?
They trying to yank him out his drawers? I really want, and by the way, we get so close. Oh yeah, that's right. I took my camera off the screen. We get so close to landscape mode. Could we please, just once for me, landscape mode? Are you shopping? What are you doing? Why are we trying to get him out of his pants? They have not let go of his hair. Thankfully, security showed up. Wow, they really stick out in the yellow jumpsuit. Thank God for the yellow jumpsuit for security. Oh, no, Fat Conan. I bet Popeyes shut down in the mall. Does Popeyes even... I don't think they're in the mall, man. That is offensive. Surprised. Yellow. Yeah. Yeah, the guy in the yellow vest. He's wearing the bright yellow vest. What else about him made him stand out as security to you? Yellow vest that says security. It's right there. Another security guy. Again, another yellow shirt vest combo. That's clearly orange. No, that's yellow. That is yellow, sir. That is not orange. Can we talk about why the fight happened, please? I love that this is the clip we get. Can we talk about... Thank you, voice cracks. Where did my internet go? How do I minimize? There we go. Uh-oh. Apologies for that. I keep having the coughing thing. Someone wanted to get a job. Maybe that's it. Maybe someone wanted to get a job. They're just looking for work, everybody. They're just looking for work. They were fighting over a job. All right, so we don't have... A man in a Nevada mall was given a beatdown by a bunch of enraged ladies during a Black Friday shopping trip gone wrong. Oh, no. On Black... So you guys thought this would be a great thing to do on Black Friday. Because, nobody that's a horrible piece of shit will develop a synonym with Black Friday and, Alrighty, so, moving along to our next story, which I'm going to cover, and I want to stress wholeheartely. This isn't related to the last one. I don't want people taking this into any sort of like, hey, it's interesting how sometimes stories land one and then another. You can't judge them. You don't know. Just the way it works out. Mysterious tar balls wash up on New Jersey beaches. Authorities in New Jersey are investigating the origins of mysterious tar balls washing up on beaches along Long Branch and Monmouth. The U.S. Coast Guard, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, officials say the tar balls of various size and shapes have been found along the Jersey shore in recent days. Oh, man. Bad boys, what you gonna do? I mean, I don't know. We don't need to call the bad boys on there. Popeyes was open. No. I don't know there was Popeyes in the mall. What next? Watermelon balls? No. Again, you're taking this the wrong way. You know what? Let's it's not even a long story. Let's just let them tell you, because I feel like people are gonna read this and be like, hey, and let's not do that. Here we go.
A disturbing discovery along the Jersey shore. Tar balls and oil found on the beaches in Long Branch and Monmouth Beach. The Coast Guard, along with other agencies, are investigating the source of the contamination.
So if tar and oil is just washing up along the beach, is there maybe, I don't know, a vessel that's leaking or a pipeline or something that's leaking? I feel like maybe we should look into that. Did they have babies? No, Fat Conan. I can make the joke I want to make.
Connecticut Governor Lamont withdrawing his plan to ban the sale of gas-powered cars by the year 2035. Now, this decision came after he realized he didn't have enough support from lawmakers. Opponents argued upgrades to the infrastructure and the power grid were just too expensive. Lawmakers plan.
What does this have to do with tar balls? This has nothing to do with the tar ball story. Good God. Jesus Christ, the media. This has nothing to do with tar balls. And by the way, the electric thing is a bad idea. You guys aren't ready for that switch. So, investigators conducted a flyover on Tuesday, but were unable to identify any oil on the surface of the water. Beach visitors are being advised to avoid contact with the balls. Well, at this point, if there's oil in them, I'm pretty sure people are going to go like, hey, man, can I refine that into a gallon of gas? Literally, how close are we to having people combing the beach for tar balls, hoping they can fuel their car? So we don't have any more. I wanted an actual story. I thought you were a video. I hate that I get duped. I wish I wasn't dumb. All right, so for our and we've got 15 minutes left in the final part of the hour. We did the attack at the mall, so that's covered. Is left over from all the heroin used in California. So it was used in California, and it went. Look, Fat Conan, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but sometimes I feel like you miss the forest through the trees because you have a target, you know? Like, again, it's left over from all the heroin used in California. I assume you mean heroin. How does it wash up on the East Coast? So the tar balls went into the ocean and went around the world and washed up on the quantity. Alrighty. Anyways, again, like I said, just that one's a bit of a shoehorn. My ass hurts. All right, let's get over. What? Let's get over to this. Kansas scraps ugliest sin license plate redesign rebuked by the public. The navy and gold to the stars design abandoned 6 days after being introduced. Local governments, what do they do well? Like, honestly, no, I'm asking, really, what do they do well? Like Huron? Could have went with Philly. Exactly, Lab Glass could have went with Philly. Be like, is it landing on the beaches or washing down from Kensington? But like I said, you had a target, and I appreciate you aiming at that target, but it does have an effect. Again, thank you all for watching the show. Really love the numbers we have today. So grateful you're with us. We're going to keep going for another hour and a half. And, well, hour 45, whatevs. Small egg picker, get some butt cream from your local gay pride parade. We'll sort it out. That was a while ago. I don't know if you know this or not. The gay pride parades don't go year round. I mean, the gay community proudly parades around year round, but yeah. But if I guess I can wait, until, what is it, April? Is gay pride in April? I don't remember. I don't know. You know why I don't remember? I'm not gay proud. Not a proud gay. Not even gay. All righty. Clip it. All right, so let's go. Democratic Governor Laura Kelly announced Tuesday that in response to criticism of a new navy blue and deep gold plate, she had slammed the brakes on its production. Oh, fuck you and your puns. Only 6 days after her office unveiled the design. Do you want to see the design that was, I guess, so nice they proposed it once and then canceled it twice? I guess that's the best we can do. Here we go. Here's our beautiful license plate design. There you go. What does "to the stars" mean? Because I thought, isn't music in Kentucky? Like Nashville? So if you're talking you want to hear the music start, you want Nashville, Kentucky, or Hollywood, the movie stars, bright lights and movie stars. What are the stars of Kansas? The tornadoes? To the stars. You know what I feel like? I feel like it's a quote, to one of these days, bang, zoom, to the moon, Alice. You know what that is? That's beating a wife. That's not okay. We can't do that. Who beat up grandpa? Tennessee man repeatedly stabs daughter outside home, says he would do it again. I tried to kill her. Nobody beat up grandpa. Grandpa tried to kill somebody, apparently. So there's the ugliest sin license plate. Again, you guys, you unveiled this great idea. How much time and money? How much time and money did you spend on this? All right. So starting in March, motorists would have been required to buy a new plate for 50 cents when they renewed a vehicle's annual registration. To avoid using the new plate, they would have to opt for a specialized one and pay an additional $45. So this was just an act to hose your fucking constituents. God, I hate government. How about we put a new license plate out there and they have to buy it? And if they're not in compliance, then we just arrest them. Hey, man, full compliance. Land of Oz is better. That would work, too. Kelly initially praised the new design as promoting the state's optimism. The bottom feature the first half of the state motto, "To the stars," in navy blue script. Again, you forgot the other part of that. One of these days, Alice, bang, zoom, to the moon. It was about hitting your wife and punching her to the moon. Because, again, Archie Bunker was not supposed to be a hero. He was to be mocked, ridiculed, and laughed at. Again, it's about hitting women, which I guess, Kansas motto. Can't wait until they mandate the gay pride plates. I don't think they will. And Fat Conan. Was Fat Conan the one on the gay pride thing earlier or somebody else? No, it was somebody else. We're really pushing hard on the gay pride stuff. Again, they're not going to mandate the gay pride plates because they can barely get the gay pride crosswalks out without causing a stir and a ruckus. So believe me, a bunch of "I ain't doing that in America" motherfuckers are going to rise up real quick. "I ain't putting no rainbow plate on the back of my car. I ain't a queer." I'll tell you this. Rainbows, unicorns, fucking pixie farts. I ain't putting no license plate on the back of my car that they make me pay to put there. I have a license plate on the back of my car. It came with the vehicle. I will use that license plate. If I need to change the license plate, the state can pay for it. And if they don't want to, then I'll keep the one I have. Just keep the records and the numbers. What's wrong with the records and numbers on my current plate? Nothing. Nothing. Because, again, this whole thing is bullshit, which you were doing to suck money out of your constituents. The second half of the motto, through difficulties. To the stars through difficulties? That makes no sense. Kansas state motto is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. To the stars through difficulties. You know what Kansas has none of? Stars. You know what you probably also don't have a lot of? Difficulties. Why? Because it's just a wide open space with nothing to do. I'm sorry, but no. Oh, Jesus, I'm still on Top Chat. That needs to be live chat. We are up on all three platforms. Thank you for being part of the program on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. I got to say, remarkably low numbers on the chat on the YouTube today. But it says we're live, and it looks like it's working. So we'll just assume that we're good. But yes, thank you for being part of the program. We're going to keep going for, again, another hour and a half. All right, everybody's there. We're good. There we go. All right. Burp, burp, burp. So the license plate is been scrapped 6 days after they promoted it. Chris Kobach, the state's Republican attorney general, tweeted that the design closely resembled a New York plate known as Empire Gold. A driver quoted by Fox 4 television in Kansas City was reminded of the black and gold colors of the University of Missouri, once the arch nemesis of the University of Kansas, in a tame version of the state's border fighting before and during the Civil War. So you picked a dog shit piece of crap, you tried to pump it out there for a quick fix of money, and everybody called you out on it. Again, did we need to scrap the Kansas license plate? Does the Kansas license plate need to be removed? Is it horribly anti-Semitic or racist? Because I'll move to Kansas if it means I can get an old license plate. I'm kidding. All right, so we did that story. That was dog shit. That they did that. I'm glad it got squashed. We're gonna get over to this one. What the fuck? They got their car. They recovered their car with an AirTag device, but continues to search for the family dog. That's horrible. All right, we're not covering that one. A homemade license plate on a stolen car leads to California woman's arrest. A driver in California suspected of stealing a car gets busted with homemade license plates by police. Oh, boy, I wish we had a video. Let's see if we can do a video. Because if we have a video, I have a picture. The license plates do not look very good, but I will mock them incessantly. Where are we? She'll be able to use those skills soon. Yeah, she'll be making license plates soon. License plates, you dickbag. Learn to speak. You're in a fucking audio format. All right, let's go. License plate. Ontario driver caught with high-tech license plate cover. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the high-tech license plate cover. That should not be number one in showing results for California woman caught with fake plates. Jesus. The news is getting better and better at quashing these stories, so you have to go through them to get them. But then they are so bad at putting... You think you guys would be better at putting up a story so people could, I don't know, enjoy it. I guess we have no video. We're going to have to read it. Suspect of a 38-year-old California woman arrested after she was spotted with handwritten fake license plates on the back of a suspected stolen car. The arrest happened on Friday morning in the city of Benicia, which is located about 30 miles north of San Francisco. The suspect, who I have to go back to the story because you guys skipped it again. Fucking fucks. The suspect, 38-year-old, Angel Racine Bolton, wrote the license plate numbers with a black marker on what police believed to be printer paper and then taped it to the back of a silver Kia Rio LX, which was reportedly stolen out of Alameda, according to a Benicia police report. I'm going to read a quote now from the police department. We know we are not superheroes, but just FYI, this is not a way to get one over on us, the Benicia Police Department wrote on a Facebook post, reportedly stolen out of Alameda. All right, so let's open this image in a new tab. Let's go here. You want to see our license plate? Let's do a fun little thing. Let's Google California license plate images so we can have the real thing and then show you what was supposed to be the stand-in. California license plate. California license plate images. Let's do open image in new tab. Open image in new tab. Open image in new tab. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so this passed in 2019. December of 2019 California license plate. This one doesn't have a year. Looks like it's a brand new license plate. It says California, got some trees, got a little sunset, a little beach scene, kind of nice. And then the classic California black with gold letters license plate. I don't know if that's even still a thing, if you can still do that or not. But here's her license plate. Ma'am, you didn't even try. I mean, the letters look nothing alike. Fat Conan looks legit. It says January of 2023. And you know what I just realized is a horrible piece of shit? I have a very large desk. And I have a very small desk. And I have a large lead on my cord. I could actually just have this over here on the side so we can do all... Yeah, you know what? We were wise to rearrange all of this now. But yeah, now we can actually do the show better from here. Although I do, like I said, have to fix the backlight. Got to get a backlight thing on that screen there. All right. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Does the black duct tape make it more or less suspicious? On the one hand, the writing in the duct tape. All right, you know what? I've had it with this fucking... I have to literally shave my eyebrows after the show. They're too damn bushy. It's getting in the way and it's distracting me. So this lady thought this would work. You're driving around in a stolen car. That can't be news to you. And you thought that will hold them at bay. When do you hold yourself accountable for creating your own problem? It's almost like you did that to yourself. Wow. Let's finish up the story. And there was nothing there for that. That's the search. What else do we have left on this? To make matters even worse, the police said the counterfeit plates tags were expired. Reading January 2023, where real registrations. So wait a minute, you made fake plates and they were out of date? You made fake plates and they were out of date? Holy shit, I didn't realize that. I gotta pull that back up. I didn't catch it. I even mentioned they said January 2023 looks legit. I didn't even realize that was last January. You literally put fake plates on your car and they were out of date. In fact, Conan, I think you're wrong saying that's not going to hold up in rain. It looks like there's been a significant amount of plastic or saran wrap put over the front of it, maybe. I don't know. It looks like it might have something to help with that. Either way, it is the back of the car. They're out of date. You could have wrote any date on there that you wanted. You could have been January of 2024. I like how you clearly write the numbers so that way they can at least run the plate, because if it comes back as bogus, it can't come back as bogus. It's not a real plate, so it'll just come back meh. They won't have any questions at all. Can I please have a picture of this culprit? I want to see this lady, because she is dumb. According to the arrest records, Bolton was charged with felony possession of a stolen vehicle and misdemeanor possession of unlawful paraphernalia. So, in other words, she's driving around with weed and or something else. I don't know what other paraphernalia it would be. Pro tip: at least make the registration current. All right, come on. Can we see the? I need to know who this idiot looks like. God damn it. I want to see this lady. We don't have a picture. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You wrote your own license plate. It looked nothing like the real one, and it was out of date. So I would like to think the cops go, this was a really, at least use a still bad handwriting. The handwriting was kind of shit, but I will say this. If you're going to fake your license plate, at least make the date accurate, right? And if you're the cops, you know what you should have done? It does make you look like a bag of shit and like you're kind of not good at your job. But it would be hilarious if, and just hear me out, if you put this story up as, thank God this person put the wrong dates on the license plates. They almost got away with it. And I would have got away with it too if I would have just remembered that the year should have been 2024. Come on, man. Jesus. All right, so we're going to get into our last hour. Was that our second hour stories or our first? That was our second hour stories. All right, so we're right on time with today's show. Awesome. She probably would have gotten less attention for no plates at all. I feel like that sticks out too. But if you had no plates at all and you put like a fancy, like just bought the vehicle kind of thing in your back window, that might slide. I don't know. But again, she had places to be. She had a Sharpie marker and a piece of paper. She was going to work this out. Maybe it was the nurse from yesterday. I don't think it was the nurse from yesterday, but I can't rule it out. Like I said, we don't have a picture. I need a picture. Michael Bolton's sister. That's what I'm going to say it was. Let's do this. Drop that out. We've gotten through all of our first and second hour stories. Again, going all the way, and this is really, really bugging me. It's really bugging me. I'm going to have to shave my eyebrows after the show. All right. We're going all the way till 5:30, which means we have an hour and a half left in the program. We're going to load up our third hour stories. We've got a bunch of overtime stuff if we get through all of that. And then we'll, keep satellite. Where am I? I lost my place. There we are, hour 3 stories. Let's load our hour 3 stories. I'm going to drop the audio quick. Please don't do anything with the bits, the subs, the sound drops. Speaking of which, let's check the party thing for sticker parties so we don't miss it. Long ways off. Not going to worry about it. All right. Schools are removing a Texas school is removing a sex ed teacher. We're going to have fun talking about that one. Not for doing anything to the students. I must stress, there is no hinky, pinky, and the stinky with the students here. All right? There is none of that. We're also going to talk about a restaurant going to extreme lengths to hire people. A horse made some news. We're going to talk about that. We've got a Clown World update of something that I think we can laugh at and have fun with. And we've got a story about NASA promising to build homes on the moon. So that's going to get through our third hour, and then we've got all of our overtime stuff to, again, have a great time with the last part of the program. I can't stop. What the fuck? I don't care. Fox, stop forcing these ads on me. Seriously. I'm not getting paid to watch them, so I'm tired of you making me watch them over and over again. No. Handwritten license plate, cop detention, detained for possession of illegally stolen vehicle. Wait a minute, what? Is this the same one? Did Fat Conan find our story? This doesn't look like it. Murderous moms analyzing convicted child killers. Is this video the same thing or is it a different thing? I hate when they stick. All right, so this is Police California nabbed. Doot. There's that. Do we get a picture of the suspect? I wanted to see what she looks like. Doot. All right, I'm going to play this video for a minute, but I don't think this video is related. We'll see if it, how long is it? 16 minutes.
To love and protect their children.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with this. So, yeah, I got nothing. I thought that had her picture, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see it either. Thank you for trying, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I appreciate it. But like I said, no joy on that. Let's do one thing quick that I always forget to do. I do a lot of different stuff to deal with my condition, some homeopathic things. One thing that I really love helping me get through the night with my legs being the way they are is CBN and CBG. And when I want to get those products, I go to my friends at Hemponics. Let's link these things in here because they make their own CBN and CBG products. They grow it from stem to sale, as I love to say, or from seed to sale, not stem to sale. From seed to sale, they handle it themselves. They make quality stuff. Let's jump over here. I'll tell you just real quick. Most of you have heard this shtick before, so we'll do it one time real quick for the newbies and then get on. You have to be over 21 to use their website. Let's pop over there. I am over 21. They've been featured in magazines and news outlets and on the news and supported by marijuana stuff because, again, it's marijuana stuff. Surprise, I'm a pothead. So, again, their best sellers, one I highly recommend, the Muscle Frost is a great product. Their other one is the, where is it? The HHC Vapes, another amazing product. And then where did it go? These are listed. They have sparkling water now. THC sparkling water. So they have CBD, CBG, Delta 8, Delta 9. If you want something that helps you that isn't marijuana, that isn't going to get you high out of your mind, you want to be clear-headed, but you want some of the nicer effects of peaceful calmness, whatever, those are great products that they have. And if you want to get any of them through that link, it will help contribute to the show. They also have 2 locations in Wilmer and New London, and you can go in there specifically and buy from them directly. And I think we have a promo code for that. I have to look. I have an email, but I think it's like johnny-krutches 20 or something like that. I'll look that up. We'll worry about that for tomorrow. All right, so there we go. That's our thing, our little shtick for the THC, CBD, and CBG supplier that I love, Hemponics, a local Minnesota company. All righty, we've got this next story. What is this? Here we go. Texas school district removes a independent school district. So a school district appointed, not teacher, but removed from multiple roles, including oversight of sex ed. And I already said we're not talking about kid diddling. Does anyone want to guess why she lost her job in the ISD? I want to see if anyone guesses it, but we'll see. We'll get to it in just a minute. MAGA hat. No. That would be good. I would laugh. And you know what? F it. We'll test the lungs. We'll see if the lungs can handle a hit while we see if anyone throws one in, and we'll jump into it in just a second. Not a MAGA hat, not a political opinion. I'll give you another hint. Not a political opinion. And like I said, no kid diddling. It's kind of a trick hint in there. No kid diddling. Lungs kind of work. Jerking in the teacher's lounge. Close call. Close call. Didn't realize. This gets even better. Godly ISD appointed friendly and personable woman to several committees, including oversight of sex ed, but they were unaware of her prostitution convictions. Guess we weren't ready. The fuck? Seriously, Fox, stop shifting my news. I want to read the stuff I want. Stop sticking stuff in my face. So, the textress... Now I can't read straight because you guys keep changing my shit. Just let me click a link and let me read what's on the page. Put the ads on and leave them there. Seriously. She's an expert. Exactly. Why did we remove this lady from sex ed? Not only is she an expert, from what I've heard, top man in her field. She'll teach them all the tricks. There's a pun. Godly ISD. I love it's Godly ISD.
Meanwhile, listen to this. Texas
No.
Governor Greg Abbott formally endorsing Donald Trump.
Fox. Seriously. Stop sticking this shit in my fucking face. I'll get what I want for news. I'm so sick of you trying to stuff your narrative down my mouth. All right, so the Godly Texas School District removed a woman appointed to assist with deciding things like age-appropriate material for sex education after learning she was a convicted prostitute. Well, what were her feelings on appropriate age material? I feel like one doesn't necessarily disqualify the other. I mean, she was convicted. Did she serve her time? Wait a minute. You reported that the... Oh. Does this lead to a local story? It does. Boopity boop boop.
A woman who is helping decide sex education curriculum and more in the Godly ISD is now removed from multiple positions within the school district because she's a convicted prostitute.
A Fox 4 investigation reveals she's also advertising herself online as an escort. Fox 4's David Santendry.
I muted it so I could cough. Wait a minute. You're telling me not only is she a prostitute and working for the school district, but she's got a side hustle? Does she have an app? She can call it DoorGash.
Has more.
The discovery of a convicted prostitute being on multiple school committees and volunteer groups.
Check his computer. Check his computer.
That's one fucking nice kitty right
Wrong
there.
button. Check his computer. Check his computer. I'm sorry, but we're talking about a lady who is a convicted prostitute who was hiding in our midst working at a school. I give you another person who looks a little bit too much like hiding in plain sight. Look into that man. I don't trust what I'm seeing here. Look into that man. But we don't arrest people just because they're creepy. Hey, Bob, you know the guy we got in the tank? The creepy one? Yeah, I better let him go. Name that movie quote. All right, here we go. Boom.
Groups raises concern about background checks within Godly ISD and districts throughout the state of Texas.
Godly ISD.
But we had no idea what was going on in her personal life. She was always very friendly and personable.
A convict.
You know, as opposed to most prostitutes who are such cold bitches. She was always really friendly and personable. Yeah. Because that's what prostitutes do to make you feel comfortable, paying them for a little butt up. You know what I mean? You don't really, I can't take it, man. I got to go out and I got to pay these prostitutes for sex, but they're so mean to me. Oh, I missed Mr. Q's guesses. Bible talk is she brought a dildo. I don't know if she brought a dildo or not, but my guess is if you pay her enough money, that banana will step in. Get it? Because she's a prostitute. I have to say, I have to see or hear about inappropriate stuff happening in terms of her beliefs and things that she's teaching to the children. Because so far, all I'm hearing about is an adult who's using her adult abilities to make a living in this difficult time. If she's teaching the kids how to make a buck on the corner, now we've got a problem. I need to hear what she was doing that was a problem. But again, you didn't know she was a convicted... So were the records not available? You just didn't look? It's Joe Biden's fault, damn economy. Right? If Trump were still in office, he might grab this woman by the pussy, but she could afford to not have to let every guy do it. Like I said, it's really funny that this is a horrible thing. I have yet to hear what she's done in terms of teaching. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. In over my skis. Let's go.
Convicted prostitute, actively advertising as an escort, was serving on a council that recommends appropriate grade levels and methods for human sexuality instruction within.
Right. And what were her recommendations? If you're going to paint her as a horrible person because of her career, I need to see the straight line to, and this whore thinks 12-year-olds should be giving out blowjobs on the public playgrounds. Like, I need to see the, oh my God, evil part. Because so far, all I have is a bunch of people from a county called Godly, where they're not too happy that it turns out the lady talking about sex, believe it or not, knows a lot about it because she's a whore. I don't think you guys realize. Was Fill Some Holes just said it. She seems qualified. I need to see where her qualifications that you've listed lead to the wrong decisions. She's the perfect person to counsel. Right? Let me tell you this right now. We'll keep this paused. Behave yourself, Fox. Behave yourself. I'm talking to you, Fox. Behave yourself. I want to have a moment with my audience. Hold it the fuck on. All right, so look. She might be a prostitute, working prostitute. But who do you want talking to your daughters about their first time and their first sexual experience? Do you want it to be somebody who's like, just wait for the right moment when God makes it feel right for you after you're married? Because that shit doesn't work. It's been proven. It's proven. It's documented. I've been in the vaults. I've seen the dead babies. The CIA has them. I'm not going to stand for it. Sorry, I apologize. I'm a Christian. All right, so I love doing that bit, by the way. So yeah, it's just you literally have a person who will sit the kids down and go, all right, look, girls, the movies fucking lie to you. Men are gross, disgusting pigs, and quite frankly, you shouldn't touch it unless you're getting a shitload of money. You know who's going to result in less teen pregnancy? Door number 2. Because door number 2 isn't saying, don't go out, don't have sex, don't indulge in your urges. Door number 2 is saying, yeah, you're going to think that this is going to be awesome, and the movies have certainly given you the illusion that it's magical. But let me tell you right now, painful, horrible, the guy's a douche, he's not going to stick around, and quite frankly, I only do it for money. That person is going to black pill every one of those little girls into never having sex. And those guys are going to go, oh shit, man. Well, I guess I know what I'm going to do when I can't get laid. I'm going to go call Mrs. What's-Her-Nut, and I'm going to go pay her $20. I mean, I feel like as a society, it would be a better thing overall. As long as she's not servicing underage kids, what's the problem? Again, where's the crime? Oh, the prostitute thing. Right. There is that. But is prostitution really a crime if it's with consenting adults? Because right now I'm seeing a whole group of people that are trying to make things okay with kids. So I'm like, if there are consenting adults and money's happening, what the fuck do I care? Wrong button. How do I do that all the time?
Godly ISD.
And I don't see any community wanting that to be the standard for their school district.
Standard, no. I mean, I don't want my school district standard to be every sex education class should be taught by a whore. No. But if you've got it, I mean, like, hey, silver lining. Lot of experience. No offense, ma'am. How long's your dick resume?
School Health Advisory Councils, or SHACs, are required by Texas law.
I want to talk right now. I'm going to get real deep with y'all. Shaq doesn't appreciate being part of this controversy. I never hired a prostitute to make my pizza or to teach my kids. And Shaq doesn't like being called accountable for.
This is a horrible Shaquille O'Neal impression. I'm going to stop that right now.
SHACs recommend to school boards a wide range of health education protocols for students, including appropriate grade levels and curriculum for instruction regarding sex trafficking.
Yes. And who would know more about sex trafficking than someone who's literally trafficked in traffic sexually? Guys, we've got to fire this Jewish lady. She is a Holocaust survivor, and she's teaching about the Holocaust. This is wholly inappropriate. You've got someone who can literally be like, hey, man, your pimp's a dick, and he's going to beat the shit out of you. You got to be in it for you, but the man won't let that happen, and here's why. Never go to a party where they want to hang out with you and everyone keeps handing you a drink. Like, I'm sorry, who knows more about the pitfalls of sex trafficking than an actual convicted prostitute? Damn. Angry Saxon. Damn, Jay, why can't I quit you? Because I kick ass. That's why. Call Mrs. Catch-a-Nut. Oh, my God. That's what, dude, I can't get laid. My girlfriend's not putting out, you know, I kind of like, do I get pushy about it? No, I call Mrs. Catch-a-Nut. It's not appropriate, and I am not for any of that. But again, as a joke, it is kind of funny if you have a sick sense of humor. Again, you guys, appropriate grade levels and curriculum for instruction regarding sex trafficking. Because, you know, prostitutes know nothing about that.
And I would not want children to be subject to those type of people.
Kayla Lane is a Godly ISD board trustee. Lane was made aware of a now former SHAC member's history.
I think your problem. I think I spotted the problem. Did you spot the problem? I spotted the problem. Here we go. Here's let's see if you can catch the problem.
Board trustee. Lane was made.
We'll mute it. You don't even need sound to see the problem. Come on, where? Oh, I got to press play and go like this. See? Do we see the problem yet? Notice? Did you see it? Did you see it? Two ugly old ladies, and they're jealous that she's hot, and then they found out that she uses her hotness to maybe make a little bit of money. And I guarantee you, in this economy, they thought about it. They thought about it.
Prostitute actively advertising as an escort. Recommend to school boards a wide range of health education protocols for students, including appropriate grade levels and curriculum for instruction regarding sex trafficking.
And I would not want children to be subject to those type of people.
Kayla Lane is a
you know, blacks. I'm sorry. I lose all respect for you when it's like, oh, you're in Godly ISD. And it really sounds like Godly is more than just like the county or the district or whatever. It really sounds like you guys have that religious stick up your ass where, well, I believe in Christ and the Lord, so I'm better than everyone. Right. Until Christ justifies doing horrible shit. Again, I have yet to hear what this lady is actually doing wrong. I have no problem with an escort taking money for her time. You know what? If a hot chick is willing to take some money to hang on your arm, that's usually just called a date. Because most of you ladies want everything paid for you on your night out. So you know what? More respect to her. She's upfront about it. Yeah, you want a hot piece of ass to walk around with you all night and then maybe polish your knob at the end of the night? Well, that's going to cost you. Fucking fine with me. I'll even throw in for dinner. At least I know the terms.
Godly ISD board trustee. Lane was made aware of a now former Shack member's history of prostitution by Mary Lowe, a member of the nonprofit Families Engaged for Effective Education.
For effective education. They also list a prayer meeting. You know what isn't effective education? The abstinence that your Bible teaches. The pray the gay away shit that your pray the gay away groups teach. I can't. This is where I'm on the fired lady's side. Let it be known. Nope, we are better off at this angle. I'm on the fired lady's side. Because you assholes are so holier than thou about, we can't have this kind of lady teaching our students. Yeah, but if a deeply Christian guy comes in and starts diddling some people, you'd probably have a problem with that, but you wouldn't worry about it too much. Again, I don't know if you know this, when it comes to children and sexuality, religious groups are the worst group. Like not just Christians, not Catholics, Baptists, Muslims, Jews. No. Any devout. Go back to like even Japan with not Buddhism, but like whatever. They're just all of them get real hinky with things where it's like weird stuff is apparently okay. Haha, Cheesecake Factory. What? Don't take her to Cheesecake Factory. Oh no, these are two bitches who would love to go to Cheesecake Factory. And you know what? That lady would go to Cheesecake Factory. I mean, you're still paying for the knob job later, right? So fucking Cheesecake Factory, Burger King, I don't give a shit. Well, actually, Burger King will make me shit. So, yeah, probably not that one. But Cheesecake Factory, that'll do.
And we can do better, and we must do better.
And that's the other thing we need to talk about is the health.
Yes, so can you start with all of the religious organizations? Yeah, right.
Ashley Ketcherside is shown in a Godly ISD YouTube video at the Shack Council's first meeting of the school year in October.
And she's just being such a whore. She looks like she's sitting there paying attention and doing her job. And I have one other very important question. Is she a mother? Is she? Because if she's a mom, I'm sorry, she's not involved with this because she's a whore. She's involved with this because she wants to keep track of what's happening with her kids. I have to hear about her political action record before I just believe this lady's a bad person.
She's listed as a committee member in meeting minutes. Members need to...
Parent. She's listed as a parent.
To be appointed by the school board to serve. According to a district spokesman, members need to be appointed by the school board to serve. At the Shack Council's first meeting of the school year in October, she's listed as a committee member.
Parent. She's listed as a committee member. You know what we're not mentioning?
In meeting minutes. Members
she's a parent.
Need to be appointed by the school board to serve.
So you know what? I really, and I mean really, now I really need to know what she wants to teach these kids before I believe she's a bad person. Because so far, this story hasn't even acknowledged vocally. They just call her a committee member. These people keep calling her a convicted prostitute and a call girl or whatever. She's a mom trying to pay bills. Is she a single mom? Is it maybe not how you do things? Maybe. Do I approve of this? I don't know. But I am going to say one thing unequivocally. You have to show me what she's saying, teaching, or pushing that is, again, bad for the children. Because her choices might be motivated by things other than her personal desires.
According to a district spokesperson who says Ketcherside's family entered the district this year. Ketcherside was also selected by Superintendent Rich Deere to the Long Range Facility Planning Committee.
Why did he pick her? Why did he pick her? What could he have done or known about her that would make him think she would be... I'm sure that this guy, yeah.
She was a volunteer on the Family and Community Engagement Committee, PTO, and Godly Athletic Booster Club. Ketcherside also leads a local cheerleading group, according to Godly ISD.
And so I believe that parents need to know.
Lowe says some parents.
So I believe parents need to know. I believe religious people need to call out their organized religion for the history of child abuse. Your thoughts? I believe parents need to know. And there we have it. There we have the gossiping hen that is the uber stay-at-home mom religious lady. Well, I think everyone needs to know because I want to talk shit about this person, so everyone needs to know. I think we need to know that you're an old piece of shit. Snitches. Yeah, snitches. Not even snitches. They're fucking jealous old bags because they realized they threw themselves to a doctrine and an ideology. They're old, they're fat, and they ain't got it going for them anymore. And they have this lady who just shows up and gets shit done. Again, I need to know what thing she was pushing that was so bad. I have yet to hear one thing other than personal stuff she does in her life that it might be illegal, but you know what? I ain't saying that. I have seen a hell of a lot more questionable people, policies, books pushed by all sorts of people. This one ain't bothering me so bad thus far. But yeah, I totally bet that the superintendent guy or whatever, the purple tie was blue balling.
Became suspicious of Ketcherside because she claimed to own multiple businesses, but information about those businesses was unknown.
Right. She's making too much money, and so she has time to put into her kids, and she has to lie about it, because, again, holier than thou goose hen here. She can't just admit what she does, because she can't do that. And Small Lake Picker already said it. If she was trans, people would be praising her, right? If she was trans, these two dumb assholes would be lining up going, we're just so open and accepting, and we're so proud to have this person here, even though it spits in the face of our religion. And sure, they've been pushing some ideologies towards children that are awfully questionable, particularly in the reading material that they would like to be available. But again, it's just, we don't want to judge. I have yet to hear anything this lady's done. I think they're just jealous because she's cute. She's cute. She's getting it. Look, I have more respect for this lady doing what she does because look, you don't step into this thinking, oh, this will work out well. I'm totally going to do this. No, this sounds like a lady doing anything to make ends meet or get the bills paid. She knows what she has and what works for her. 9 to 5 doesn't. And she has the time to take part in her kid's life and her kid's school shit. Fuck that. Again. Show me the downside. I have yet to see it.
Parents took it to investigate and came up with this.
A LexisNexis public record search reveals one of her email addresses matches the same email address on escort sites for a Lola Bree.
I Googled her email address, and that's how I was able to find the escort services.
Lola Bree's images are found on public websites. Some images are too risque to use in our report. Tarrant County court documents obtained by Fox 4 reveal Ashley Ketcherside, maiden name Ashley Villalobos, was found guilty of prostitution in 2012 and 2016. An affidavit claims she is also known as Lola Bree. One escort site says Lola Bree was active last month. Lola Bree has client reviews this year and reviews dating back a decade. To be clear, escort sites are legal in Texas. Escorts charge for their companionship and time. However, if sex is exchanged for money, it's prostitution.
We don't know what kind of clients she comes into contact with or who she works for.
In 2016,
here's where I don't feel bad for this Lola chick. You realize you live in a backwards-ass religious state, right? Like, we can sit here and talk about, like, oh, man, Texas is doing better than the rest of the world, brother. Like, you can't sit there and bag on them for... No, some seriously backwards-ass religious shit. There are pluses and there are minuses to everything. But, yeah. I'm sorry. Like, she knew she was getting in trouble, so this is, like, yeah, but... I really feel bad for her. You guys are
Regarding
dicks.
a separate matter, a judge signed an injunction not allowing specific children to visit any place of Ashley Villalobos' residence because she was a known prostitute.
Again, but we can't do that for people who go, hey, I want to dress up as a woman and display my genitals. That's not a sexual offense towards kids. We can't do that to people who want to, parade naked in the street because it's my identity. We can't do that to those people. But if this lady tries to, again, make money off of her, who did she extort? Who did she rob? What did she teach the children that was wrong? Because I've gotten so many other stories of other people that are actually bad people. This is one of those places where I say, no. Religion is one of those cut your nose off to spite your face things because you just don't realize that this lady really wasn't that bad. Really wasn't. If she did this all on OnlyFans, would it be illegal? Actually, probably in Texas. Again, fucking backwards, man. Just another way the current system is quoting when I'm done. Or is, you mean is keeping women down? Putting women down. I don't know. I'd be the 100th man in the 100th person gangbang with her, to be honest. It's a small egg picker. Again, I have yet to hear. I've heard and seen and done so many stories about people, not just people with weird beliefs or questionable mental states or whatever. Straight up, just what you can call them normal or whatever. Fucking straight up wives of nuclear families, whatever, doing inappropriate. We've had so many stories of people in school districts being the perfect person. Nobody saw this coming. Oh my God, it was a shock. Turns out she was blowing the basketball star, or he was drilling the chicks coming into his office. Like, we have a situation here where this person's history and past makes them a scarlet letter candidate for maybe you should keep an eye on that to make sure nothing uncouth is happening. They don't have any direct involvement with the students. There's a whole system of checks and balances. We're hearing about how this person is horrible, and yet I know nothing about them doing anything other than the fact that it is in those jealous bitches' defenses. She is an active criminal in the state, breaking the law knowingly, whether the law is stupid or not. So it was kind of dumb of you to just put your head on the chopping block for this. If she was a BBW, they wouldn't have looked into her so hard. I mean, you're right.
And so I believe that parents need to know.
In a statement, Godly ISD tells Fox 4, we notified the parent that they will no longer be able to serve on district committees or in other volunteer capacities effective immediately. Still, Fox 4...
But we will take their money, and we will continue to insist that they pay for the things they have paid for, and any money we have of theirs will not be reimbursed. Here's another thing I have against the uber religious people. There was a story about this earlier. The uber religious people, abortions are wrong. Yeah, abortions are apparently wrong, but you guys won't take care of the kids. You'll demand that the people who had the kids take care of the kids, and if those people can't take care of the kids, you have no sympathy for any of that, because you're heartless. But again, my religion says that's... Yep, fuck you.
Asked Godly ISD, was a background check required for any of Ketcherside's positions? The district says yes, but adds, obviously, the district would not knowingly allow anyone to work in a staff position or to volunteer with certain criminal convictions. With certain criminal convictions in their background. So we'll allow some criminals, just the ones who have criminal histories we don't like. What are the ones you allow then? It'd be one thing if you said we don't allow people with criminal convictions in their background. I can understand a blatant, no, you committed a crime, we're not letting you do this. But what are the ones that are apparently okay? Well, if he just, has a big problem with drinking and driving, we can let him, be part of the school stuff. I mean, what's the worst that happens? He kills a bunch of kids?
And we would think that typically if you ran a background check that those arrests would show up, and they don't. They're misdemeanors in the state of Texas. So I think that this is something that the state needs to look at in regards to how they're screening people that participate in schools.
Fox 4 made multiple attempts to reach Ketcherside.
Oh, but imagine that. She doesn't answer her door. She has a really nice house. She lives in a nice neighborhood. She takes care of herself, but she does it a way that they don't like. Did she serve her sentence? Considering that both of those convictions were misdemeanors, I don't think there were sentences. I bet there were fines, and I couldn't track a Lola Green.
By email, phone, and in person.
Look, I knocked on the door, everybody.
But no one answered the door at her listed address.
Good for her.
Her husband,
Fuck
Michael
you.
Ketcherside, serves on the Athletic Booster Club and Watchdogs, a group of fathers who volunteer throughout the school day, according to Godly ISD.
So again, whether it's something they agree on or whatever, apparently this family is, I'm betting, like, no offense, I'm betting this has a lot more to do with the economy, particularly the Biden economy, than anything. That guy fucks. Lab glass.
One 2016 court document obtained by Fox 4 claims Michael Ketcherside is very supportive of her profession.
You know why he's supportive of her profession? Because he has bills to pay and whatever. Again, this lady's only crime, other than actually breaking like laws in her city and state, this lady's literal only crime is trying to be someone who's not allowed in a religious society that secretly lives by the code of their Bible. You might as well be walking around without a hijab in a very Muslim community. Let's just say that. So, not an innocent victim, but yeah, I'm sorry. You guys suck.
If that parent feels like, I don't care if my child is around her, we like Miss Ketcherside, we like Mr. Ketcherside, we welcome them to our community, that is their choice. But they do need to know that this has been a documented part of her life.
Still,
can we look into you then and find out all the documented parts of your life? Again, what effect does this have with? What effect does she actually have with the kids? I have yet to hear where she's actually interacting with the kids. This is, again, if these people's sexual identity involve them, sticking with people of the same gender, whole different story. She's a volunteer. Her man is too. Good luck getting people to volunteer after this, right? Mr. Q, again, what I was saying about cutting off your nose to spite your face. This lady and her husband were helping out with the community, and I have yet to hear about anything that they were pushing or doing. We were accepting until we found out she prostituted a little. How about you cut off your face and save your nose? I mean, it doesn't really... maybe I'm quoting the thing wrong, but like I said, the old lady has to pay me, but I'll do it. That's probably how the old lady gets it. Like I said, I have yet to hear what this lady was doing that was bad. We have nothing that she was doing that was bad. We just have two catty old ladies. Catcherside is a weird noose.
According to whistleblowers, this story is not all about prostitution, rather a lack of oversight.
And we do feel like there are a lot of changes that need to happen at the state level as well as at the...
I do too. I feel like your religion shouldn't be allowed to dictate shit in your state, because I feel like, and I'll admit that this was not the intention that the founding fathers meant, but I feel like there's too much of a certain people just assume that their religion gets to supersede other people. See, like Christians always go, we're the victims, but they always expect that the Christian religion gets to make the laws in the country. And it kind of does. Because if you notice, we take off Christmas. Oh, has anyone gotten paid for to take off a Muslim? Like, is a Muslim holiday a paid day off? Like, do we all have to go home because, it's Rumspringer or whatever? Like, it's one particular one.
The local level.
Godley ISD told Fox 4 members of the Student Health Advisory Committee are appointed by the school board, but even though we saw Ketcherside on video at the meeting table and she was listed as a member online, the district says it was a mistake and she never went through the approval process.
Right. It was a mistake. She never went through the approval process. Where's the part where she ever interacted with children? Ramadan. There we go. Thank you, small egg picker. She's so again, this is another one where I'm sorry. I'm on her side. F those people. The only people that I think are a little hinky in that, the dude, I'll say this, if your lady does like an OnlyFans thing and you're like, I love the money or whatever, she doesn't interact with other people, she just does stuff and posts it online, that's not for me, but okay. Okay. But I gotta say, you're all right with your lady being a call girl and what, like taking dick or sucking it? Like, I'm sorry. She was arrested for prostitution, which means sex acts. So she's not just going out for dinner. And yeah, maybe she's making a lot of money, but how much money do you need to wash that out of your mind when you kiss her, when you hold her, when you spend time with her? That no. This is an intimate thing, and this is between me and her. And then tonight, she's going to go out and fuck Mr. $2,000 guy. I mean, too many guys are okay with their wives whoring, in my opinion. Look at iDubbbz. I would agree, but like I said, I'm all right with women choosing to use themselves as you know, sexual repositories for money. Guys really, really want to bang them. And no offense, what is paying for dinner and showing you're going to put up a nice house or that you're going to take them nice places or buy them nice stuff? How many women have we taken out on dates, or how many dates have happened? That lady we talked about the Cheesecake Factory. I did my part. I'm all dressed. I'm all nice. You got to take this out. You got to treat me right. Yeah. How is that different from just saying, look, you want to fuck me? These are the zeros that you need to meet. And then you can just go buy your own food and clothes. I don't know. But again, I repeat myself. So, but yeah, here's where, like I said, I'm not against Boogie2988 did it and put someone off sex work for life. Again, now if that lady were teaching a class about sex work, who do you think is going to be, look, I'm just saying this, we said it before, who's going to be more realistic about sex with kids? A lady who does it for money, or somebody who literally thinks, well, no, it's just a special thing until you have to wait till it's right, until you meet your soulmate and you get married. And if you guys totally don't work out because one of you has a voracious sexual appetite and one of you has no sexual appetite, that won't create conflict at all. I'm sorry, but sex is a vital part of a human relationship. So it needs to be addressed as such. And you can't go into it blind. You can't. But you also need to be understanding about the risks and everything else. And I feel like you get that from that. Anyways, we've been going for that way too long. That one really went on for a while. I've heard that people that get Kwanzaa and other weird holidays off. Yeah, there's plenty of people of like those religious affiliations that get those holidays off. But in most of those cases, they're not paid and they have to file for them. Whereas all of us, regardless of our religion, get Christmas off, even if it isn't our holiday, even if we're not Christian, we get Christmas off. So anyways, that's the difference. That's the rub. Let's say your holiday is Halloween. You don't get Halloween off. You can request it off for religious reasons or whatever, and they'll give it to you, absolutely. But you got to take the extra steps to make that happen. You certainly don't get paid for it, and the whole warehouse doesn't shut down for your holiday, regardless of their religious beliefs. My town has Muslim and Turkish shops between the Christmas trees. I love the UK. Oh, and an Indian restaurant. Well, that is one of the beautiful things about being in a place that has a more mixed area. Let's clear that. Actually, talking about restaurants, let's get into this one. A job listing went viral when a rural restaurant posted a listing appealing to alcoholics and those with a police record. The hotel in Australia. God damn it, I was hoping this was in the U.S. Why? Now Australia seems cooler. The hotel in Australia said it extended 5 job offers to applicants. A desperate restaurant in Tasmania shared a tongue-in-cheek job listing saying that they were searching for high-achieving workers, including those who may have a police record or a drug record, as they struggled, thank you, to staff their rural business. We're looking for high achievers who have proven experience in high-pressure environment, ideally with references from Gordon Ramsay or Heston Blumenthal. The since-removed job post on the Weldboro Hotel's social media said, "Actually, who are we kidding? We're desperate for staff." The rural hotel in Tasmania, Australia, continued their plea for applicants, saying that they would overlook the applicants' run-ins with the law, drug habits, or alcoholism. This is their actual quote. Police record? Who cares? Drug habit? Join the club. Alcoholic? Don't get me started. But would you like a job in the service industry? I added the last part about the job in the service industry, but the rest, oh my God. The restaurant said that the unconventional job listing was removed from their social media after individuals came from miles away to fill the roles. What do you mean was removed? It's clearly working. Look, man, I'll work for you, but I get to like smoke up on the job, right? Like, well, it seems a recent post has attracted a fair bit of attention. It has been frankly humbling to see how quickly people were prepared to reach out and offer help, the hotel said in a follow-up post. There are some very good people in this world. Yes, some very good people who just don't understand that after you've had a few drinks, you're not supposed to drive. But I mean, really, cars are so automatic at this point. I can just fall asleep, right? The hotel shared that they made 5 job offers to part-time kitchen staff, drug users, calling it now, drug users. Where are we?
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
That if you want to find somebody who's holding or knows somebody who is, you find a fucking kitchen line, my friend. You find a kitchen line. Well, it seems that the post, yep, we got that. The hotel did not share if any of the new staff members are felons or if they have substance abuse problems. Again, they don't need to. They already told you. Kitchen staff. They either had, have, or are about to have a substance abuse problem. They're in one of the 3 stages, at least the middle one. I love doing that. I'm sorry. Hunter Biden should get a job there. I mean, if everything else falls through, what is Australia's rules on extradition? Like, can he get away with it? I mean, it's not bad. How good is he on the grill, though? Does he? What's his timing? Does he have a natural sense of timing? Look, man, if you're going to be a steak person, I don't want any of those. I don't want any of those stab it with the thermometer people. I don't want any of those cut it and check the meat people. I want someone who understands that there are a variety of signs to tell about a well-cooked steak. Most importantly, understanding 2 things: time and temperature. All right, Hunter, yeah, all right. All right, we've caught up with all the chats. Jesus, I'm losing my shit today. We're almost out of time. We have a half hour left. We've got a lot of stories to get into. I might not get to my overtime shit. That last lady really kind of chewed a hole in my show. And then she sucked my dick. I wish. Old catch-a-nut. All righty. The rural hotel said that the Post will not allow them. Stop sticking ads in my show. The rural Post said what? Fair bit of attention. We covered that. The hotel didn't share, right? The rural hotel said the Post will not allow them to stay open during the holiday season, but they can be staffed through the summer. Rest assured, the pub will remain open after Xmas, and we're looking forward to continuing to provide great pub meals with friendly, professional service for a while to come, the pub said. Professional service. Hey, is that rock salt or cocaine? You want to snort it? All right. To the people that told me the Post was unprofessional and a bad look, I will take that feedback and raise you the 5 new staff, the hotel said. Better yet, come to the pub and experience the service and food, and then call us unprofessional. I like what you're doing there. You're saying, how about we suck it to you? All right, so the social media Post owner said that running the rural hotel has been a privilege, and working with his staff has been some of the proudest moments of my working life. And these new guys know how to get weed. With the existing staff and seeing them grow and develop has been some of the proudest moments of my life, blah, 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 blah. All right, so yeah, you love your staff. Good for you. But apparently now some of them are Hey, we have a Fox. Stop it. I'm doing a show. Let me do a show. You dicks? You dicks. All right. Hotel staff Muhammad Ali. No. We're not doing that bit again. That bit is dead. Let that horse lie in the sand because I don't want to have to ride that thing again, Muhammad Ali. Now it's just devolved into just adding Muhammad Ali. I don't even remember how the original bit went. It's like a game of telephone that we've been playing back and forth. So we don't even know where it started. We started so long ago not knowing what it was, but it keeps going on and on because it's a bit. And yeah, no, this is the bit that doesn't end. I'm going to move on. Again, my friend. All right, so we've got a horse breaking loose from a carriage and causing some havoc. We might want to get into that. Dana White. Ooh, we might want to talk about that. That's cleared out. Let's get rid of that. You know what? We'll just do all of these. We'll start first with this horse story. This pile of horse hockey. We got to let the audio finish. I have the audio down because there's an ad and I don't want to mute it. So I'm sorry. Please don't do any sound drops for just a minute. Here we go.
And there's the car.
Damn, you almost got run over. Oh, damn. What the heck happened? Did you back into a horse?
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if you know this or not, your license plate is really blurry. That seems like it might be a crime. She's got one of those high-tech plates that hides the view.
Yeah. That's a big accident. Wow.
That's a big accident. Nah, it looks fine. A little bit of spackle, maybe some jizz. You'll cover that right up. It's all white, right? I love that you are it sounds like you're going to get hit by a car while you're doing this. So it's just this little rear part of the quarter panel? Oh, whoa. What the hell happened here? Can we please see what happened with the horse? We've got a lot of aftermath. Oh, I bet that ride was super, super off. Oh, that thing's all bent up. So the horse must have run off with the carriage and just nailed the cars and shit. Why is there no license plate on the carriage? Hey, I gotta pay for road shit. That horse should too. Escaped horse damages parked car in Manhattan. Now, there's several cars. A horse was able to escape its carriage and wreak havoc on Manhattan Sunday, crushing cars before sprinting down the West Side Highway. Video captured the aftermath of the horse's destruction, with one onlooker showing the remains of a car that looked more like it had been involved in a rear-end accident and a horse carriage badly damaged on the side of the road. According to a report from ABC7, the trouble started when the carriage malfunctioned and the driver agitated the horse while attempting to fix it. The 15-year-old horse named Gunner took off like a shot. No, I'm sorry. The 15-year-old horse named Gunner briefly dragged the driver along for the ride, causing the driver to sustain broken ribs. Oh, no. From there, the horse ran toward West Side Highway, smashed into multiple parked cars before becoming disengaged from the carriage and continuing its journey down the northbound lanes of the highway. Eventually, Gunner slipped and fell and was subdued by two off-duty New York Police Department officers and taken to Clinton Park Stables for evaluation. So, as opposed to Gunner, can we start calling him Joe? He just lost his shit. He ran off. He poops everywhere he goes without any consent. It's Joe Biden, baby, in horse form. Maybe I'm reading into it. Never seen a license plate on an Amish buggy. Really? I thought I had. I thought they had those. Don't they have like the quasi-farm license plate things? If not, that's bullshit because they're using our roads. I pay my taxes to keep the roads all roady. They better pay to keep their roads roady. Or our roads roady. You don't road my roads unless you're keeping them roady, okay? Rowdy, roady, roddy, whatever. Say that 5 times fast. Let's get into this. The horse broke in. We already did get into it, asshole. We covered that. The incident also renewed calls by some activists to ban horses in the city. I mean, they're just crazy wild animals and a holdover from the past that has become a thing that people do specifically to make money. I will say this. It's a lot cleaner than what would you call it? A lot cleaner than a car. So, slow moving sign, yes. I don't know about the plates. You might be right on that, Lab Glass. I'm not Amish. Only Amish people I ever met were on the other side of a sheet. Quite frankly, never saw them. I'm joking. Get it? He's saying he showed up and he plowed a chick. All right. Speaking of religion and doing no wrong, I'd like to give you a performance held at the Vatican. It was posted on Clown World. It made some views on the Twitter, and oh wow. Remember, guys, religion's all about being moral, and at no point can crazy people just be crazy if you give them enough rope with it. Horses have had enough. They're demanding a raise in the minimum oat. Oh no, a raise in the minimum oat.
There's an exhibition by a circus troupe for the Holy Father here at the audience.
The Saints come marching in, and we've got kids walking. Did nobody consider the way this looks? Am I weird for thinking this looks? Why do we have kids in tight leotards hanging out in front of? I don't approve. No offense. I don't trust children around this particular group of people. I don't trust this particular group of people to hold this group of people to account for what this group of people might do to these people. That's all I'm saying. Oh, wait, never mind. They're fine. They're all okay. That's a guy. They're going to want that one. The fuck is this? What the hell is this? What the hell is... Now we've got a cowboy and a lasso? We got a pinstripe leotard on a Segway. I still don't know why the shirtless dude is up in the middle of the floor. All of this happening, and while all of this is going on, proving that the Vatican is a very modern establishment, very modern thing. We have an old school man in full armor and a halberd. Why? No offense, but I feel like if we're going to assassinate the Pope, you're not gonna help. Well, we can't try and kill the Pope. We got to get past the guy with the halberd. How about we use a rifle? Well, that's just not sporting. What do you mean not sporting? It's not sporting to use a rifle to kill the Pope. You can't use a rifle to kill the Pope. The guy with the halberd will be like, well, then what have I been doing here all this time? Yes, but we would succeed at killing the Pope. Yes, but you can't do that way. It's not sporting. Look, you can only kill the Holy Father if you make sure to get past the guy with the halberd. If you can knock him over, steal his stick, and stab the guy with it, technically it will turn the Holy Father into Jesus. I mean, seriously, why do we have a guy with a halberd standing in the back of the room? If he falls asleep, because at the very least this could be incredibly boring, someone gets fucking stabbed. It's art, Johnny. It's not art. That is a person, a human person, holding a halberd, standing there like, and I'm on duty. Nothing's going down while I'm here. You know what? I've had it with all of these mass shootings, so I'm just going to stand on a street corner, proudly displaying my claymore. Let them come now and take the bowling alley, as I say. Oh. No. No. What the heck is this? By the way, I love that the Vatican is not putting out videos or anything anywhere that make them think they have weird infatuations with children. Skin-tight outfits, really weird performances, half-naked guy over there. I have no idea what's going on the trampoline here. We have way too many people. Is this the Vatican, or is this like costume night on The Price is Right? What the heck is going on? Off. All right, now to guess whether or not we can buy your immortal soul, it's the Texan on The Price is Right. Come on down. Da, 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 da. No. No. Did nobody bother to think what this kind of might look like from the outside of people who have covered, reported on, noticed, and watched a lot of sexual scandals with the Catholic Church? Did nobody think how this might, I don't know, look in the long run? All right, I'm sorry. His face is pointing over here, but it looks like his eyes are pointing to that. And he's just like, if I could find the spirit of Jesus in that man, I would be so happy. Again, you guys, did nobody consider the optics here? Just a whole bunch of old dudes part of an organization that is known for indecent stuff towards kids, and we just have a fucking board of young people doing weird flexible shit. It's not even a gymnast display. What is he? He's the Black Ocean he's the Black Sea with his legs. Why did he have to do it shirtless? Why is he shirtless? Small egg picker. Oy vey. All right, the person twirling the lasso does not look like an American or a cowboy. These people look like they might be from the Middle East. What's going on back there? And of course, God damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the reason why we as a modern society are failing, why we will never succeed, why our masters have control of us. Because while all of this crazy weirdness is going on, there's cameras filming the whole thing for EWTN Live. We still have two assholes in the back. I gotta get my shot. I gotta get my picture. And again, neither one of these dumb fucks smart enough to be like, I could fit a lot more on the frame if I did this. Hit the cowboy with the chick. This gets way better if you hit her and we have a human dominoes thing. I will believe there is a God if there is a human domino situation. She slips, he hits them, they all go forward, tumble into fucking zebra chick here. She hits cowboy. Cowboy ends up lassoing Wonder Legs. He takes out both blue and white lady, and whatever's going on over here ends up with one of these people catching a bowling pin in the rectum. That's where I want to see this going. All right, so she's twirling a log with her feet. But why does she look like she's in an S&M getup? And what is with the world's unhappiest band leader? Jesus Christ, is he melting? He looks like those guys at the end of the Indiana Jones movie. Oh God, they both look really bad. You know what? I take it back. Halliburton man, you're needed. Stop these people. You're the hero we need now. And we have an old guy in a Hobo the Clown costume. Hooray. This is officially the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. This is not helping my whole belief that, you know what? Deep down, religions are just groups of people believing their beliefs and nobody contradicting them and none of them questioning any of it. And it just kind of, you know, if you let it go unchecked, just devolves into madness. Prove it. Oh my God, he's going to start humping the floor. Thank God the Pope's wearing a white robe. Am I right? He did. He did a dick drop right in front of the Holy Father. Drop it like it's hot. Up, nope, and now a flip. Notice how she's over on the side because she's too old. Like, all right, look, we can get some of her in here. She looks like she might be, 10 or 11, but you're looking like you might be pushing 20. If we wanted, age-appropriate women, we wouldn't have had all those rules and hidden up all those sexual scandals. Thorne, this is, wow. No, this is not World of Warcraft. Oh, sorry, my problem, not yours. This is messed up. Is this at the Vatican? Yes, this is at the Vatican. Fallen the Great saying, hey, Blondie, yeah, that's not anything she heard from any of those guys. Because, again, those guys were too busy being like, excuse me, ma'am, would you like me to save your eternal soul? All right, now if you'll bend over and drop your pants, I'm going to look for Jesus. Again, the oldest one here that was catching numbers was this guy because, let's be honest, they've been known to have a type. Ha! They didn't even like you, and you're sitting there playing with your balls. front and center in the red. Hey, you guys know there is an audience behind you. Do you want to maybe entertain these people? You guys are juggling and doing all this physical shit. You could walk down and do a little bit of crowd work. Maybe throw your balls at this halberd holding son of a bitch. Again, we've got a lot of people with halberds. Is there an army coming at some point? I mean, just you realize if we were to go to war with the Vatican, we'd drop a bomb. Hell, if the Muslims were to attack the Vatican, they'd use a suicide vest. Your halberds wouldn't do shit. I bet he looks at the kid next. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, the prime meat on display is young and topless. And these guys, again, I don't know if you know this or not. It doesn't matter how good you are with your balls. Those guys ain't looking. You should work the crowd. Maybe earn a little money. Do a little fucking shtick. Pass your collection plate around. Are you juggling knives? Nope. Bowling pins. Ooh, he's got bowling pins. Oh, that's the end of it? Aw, so we didn't get to see the part where they selected and sodomized the kids. I think what we can gather from this video is that though the times may have changed, the good old-fashioned flesh market still works the same way it used to. Walk the meat out in front of the Pope and then and the other cardinals and stuff, and then just let them think, which one do they... Again, did nobody consider the optics of this entire affair? Because it just, if you pay attention to history, I'm going to say, it looks bad. It looks bad. It looks a little bad. Just a touch. All right. We've got 10 minutes left in the show. I don't know if we're going to get through everything that we have planned. But there we go. There, we've done that. We did. Do we have any information on this? Yeah, nothing else on what the heck that was. So let's drop that, and let's go to this. Dana White destroys young people for not respecting America. Please tell me I can have it. Oh, we do. We do. All right, so I don't know how long.
You know the most viral clip of you that I see every day is when you call out the younger generation for being. Mm-hmm. What made you say that?
I feel like.
All right, so this is from more on Instagram. All right, so do we want to do the full send thing? Is the full send thing on that, or that's not even? All right, we'll try going with this. I don't know if this is actually about what he said. But let's go. Boom.
Like this next generation that's coming up, and I don't mean to smash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of pussies to me. If you look at all the shit that's going on in the world right now, if we went to war, there's no respect for the police anymore. There's no respect for the military, our country, our way of life that we have here. You can sit around and you can nitpick and talk about things that are wrong with the United States. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell fucking your generation, my generation, everybody's generation. This is it. So all these fucking people are like, oh God, if President Trump wins, I'm fucking leaving the country. They all say it. Nobody fucking does it.
Well, I mean, Pope's like, boing. Oh, we don't know that. What the fuck is this shit? I just got the catch-up button. That was a Vatican celebration. And then that we just watched, and we'll watch it again quick. Again, he's not wrong. Thorne, facts. I mean, I'd like to hear the part that isn't a fact. I'll say I'm remarkably soft. I will say most of the people I know are remarkably soft in this country. And there are a whole lot, and I hate to agree with them, but especially the younger generation, there are a whole lot of younger people that are just like, oh, America's so bad and it's so evil. It's like, well, then stop being part of it. Again, the people that vote for AOC, they're like, hey, man, capitalism is bad and it's evil, but I want my cell phone and my latte and my internet and my Wi-Fi. You know what you don't get to have with, like, communism and things like that? You don't get to have choices. So I want is a phrase that you get because of capitalism, because you want something. So you get to have it. Communism, you get to have what they decide you get to have. Who is they? Now you're asking the right question. One last time for old Dana White. Oh, did we just click playing on Instagram? All right. Who is this guy? Full Send Podcast. I might have to start watching this. Where's the audio thing? Why is it? Oh, it's muted.
You call out the younger generation for being.
Mm-hmm.
What made you say that?
I feel like this next generation that's coming up, and I don't mean to smash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of pussies to me. If you look at all the shit that's going on in the world right now, if we went to...
I love that I don't know how they got to sit him down, but I love that they sit him down like, hey, so you called all the young people pussies. Do you want to explain that? Yeah, I'm sure this guy's really going to back down. I don't know if you know this or not. He's kind of very confident in what he says, what he thinks, and what he believes. And to his credit, it's worked for him. It's worked very well for him.
To war. There's no respect for the police anymore. There's no respect for the military, our country, our way of life that we have here. You can sit around and you can nitpick and talk about things that are wrong with the United States. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell fucking your generation, my generation, everybody's generation. This is it. So all these fucking people are like, oh God, if President Trump wins, I'm fucking leaving the country. They all say it. Nobody fucking does it.
You know the most viral clip of you that I see every day?
Nobody ever actually does it. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get another round of that, though. Maybe that'll happen if he gets elected again. Nevermind is a couple of weeks old. WW3 is in effect. No need to panic. I don't know what you're talking about. The catch-up button and everything else. I have no idea. And without that, there is no way to stand your ground. What? Things have to change if there will be any kind of future that allows self-sufficiency. Yeah, the problem I have with Dana's statement on, like, I'm not for defund the police, but I don't like people being proud of the police, because I feel like if we learned anything recently in the COVID era, we learned that the police don't work for you. The police work for you. I don't believe in police hate and defund the police. I think they perform a very necessary job. But if the government decides that job is to put the screws to you because they say so, you better believe they're going to do it. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. But again, having no pride in your country, saying that you think they're the bad guy for doing all this, then why are you here? Why are you part of it? Like, again, it doesn't seem like, and they're not people that want to change things. Some of them do, I guess, like AOC, but most of them don't want to actually do anything. They speak their platitudes and they make their demands like my way or the highway. And then we're like, okay, highway. Well, I'll just sit here. That's why this time around, we need to make a rule. If you say if Trump wins, I'm leaving the country, we have to kick you out, right? Citizenship revoked, pack your shit. Right? Like Amy Schumer, all you guys. Like, if Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. Well, I guess you better find somewhere else to live, because guess who isn't an American citizen anymore? This is so disrespectful. They'll be victims so fast. Look at this prejudice, this bullshit. Trump's kicking out his political enemies. No. You're being forced to leave because you said you wouldn't live here if Trump's here. And Trump's here, so you have to leave. Let me tell you something, dude. Things were way better under Trump. My pocketbook is really feeling it, man. So watch you whiny leftist liberals going to do when the orange man runs wild in 2024. I will say, sandbagging him, they're going to no extent, and it seems like he might win. I won't. They can't pull anything hinky, because it's not like unless they change who they're running him against. Right now, who they're running him against is literally where all of us will go, wait a minute, who voted for Biden? Like, I mean, it's not like he'll get no votes, but the majority of us, even the black people left, right, and sideways, are like, we're done with the Democratic Party. They're not even swearing off Biden. They're swearing off the Democrats. So, like I said, we'll see where that goes. We have a story about NASA building homes on the moon by 2040. I don't know if we've got like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left, not even 10. We got 5 minutes left. Let's find something fun from the overtime bin. Let's see what you are. Oh, fuck yeah. We're doing this one. We're ending our overtime thing. I have discovered street beefs. I discovered street beefs a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago. And so I will be honest, I have never really noticed it or found out about it. But Street Beef Scrapyard has some interesting... I don't want shorts. I want videos. I want a video of the ladies that we saw in the thing. Where I want the video. I don't want the short. I want the video. Oh my God, we're doing that after. Nope, we're not after. We're doing that tomorrow. We're doing that tomorrow. We have a Street Beefs clip that I'm taking for tomorrow because it's going to take more time. And it's Wrestler versus Power Ranger. I have to watch that. I really, really need to. I need to watch that. We all need to watch that. So we're putting that in for the top of the overtime thing tomorrow. Let's put that in there. We're going to get to that. We're going to do this short, though, because we're running out of time. So let's go to this. Let's go back and see this one. I really wish I could see I hate the shorts mode. I want the full screen thing, man. What the fuck? This isn't Street Beefs.
But I'm quick. What's up? Name Dizzy from Tri-Cities.
Both know the rules. Protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands at all times. Touch gloves now.
It's a big bitch beat off. So this is why I hate these. One, I can't rewind it. I hate that. Oh, it's getting aggressive. No hair pulling, I might say. These ladies are punching each other in the face. Aim for the titties. Give him a cunt punt.
Go after.
Don't faint on those. Fighting. Don't fight. Don't fight.
Keep her back. Keep her back.
Again, I wish this was happening in my backyard. They just put together a really shitty half-ass octagon. It looks like it's in a baseball field. And these two chicks are just beating the piss out of each other. Yeah, West Phil's and Moles. It definitely looks like Blue Shorts is going for the victory here. We don't have a whole lot of time left, so let's finish this up before we run out of time.
Protect your face.
You already know what to do.
I feel like this is better than wrestling. Why does it look like there's a dead person on the ground? Why does it look like there's a body outline? Like.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, he looks like a real official ref. Oh, man. Street Beefs. I wish I had that better. We could have enjoyed more about that. It looked like there was a person burned into the ground, like the outline of a body burned into the ground. I can't go back to that. That lady took a hell of a lot of shots to the face. Oh. You know what it was? They had to call the fight. They had to call the fight because if they didn't,
I'm gonna get a rash, a pussy rash.
After, before the fight, though, they stopped the red-haired lady in the blue shorts. They thought she was trying to do something hinky. They said, "Hey, what's with that bag?"
It's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie lips hanging out.
Whoa. Well, you better tape them shits up, otherwise that's a hazard. Anyways, hashtag free political prisoners, Assange, Snowden, Trump, and especially my boy Owen Schroyer. Well, is Trump a political prisoner? He's politically persecuted. But here's what I also say about that. I wouldn't have a problem with Trump's political persecution if we did it to everybody that's in politics. My problem is that we're only doing it to Trump, if I'm clear. At any rate, that's been us. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. We're going to do a show tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for joining us for our lovely program. Wow, big numbers at the end on Rumble. Please give the old thumbs up and stuff if you're having a good time. And, maybe we'll keep the thing happening. Meat curtains is a term. Alrighty. We've had a great night. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. We've been Johnny. You've been audience. The whole audience. I can't even speak straight anymore. I've got to stop now because it's getting difficult. Till tomorrow, unless I'm dead from this pneumonia thing.
Game over.
fucking fucks! Fuck!
Fuck off.
Game over.
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?